I've been out there trying to, find a uh a way to, get the new information, the new law in Russia, so that we are able to, roll it out and, give the proper information to you guys. A lot of people have reached out. I saw all the messages, and I'm very happy that we have quite a number of people keeping up with us and supporting, always asking Femike, what's up? When are you going to do the meeting that you finally promised you are going to do? And I just knew when the right time is here, I will definitely do it. So I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to go straight into the meeting. So I would like you to follow me as much as possible because I don't mind, even if we just have two, three people here or even one person. So far as even if there's nobody, I just feel like no problem. I will say what I want to say, and I will still drop the laws and everything so that I also have it recorded so that if you want to watch it, you can always come back to watch it. All right. But it's still better to be here because you never know what part will be recorded and what part will not be recorded. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get right into it. So firstly, I would like to apologize for the late meeting. Because the new law, like I said, it caused a lot of confusion. So I had to gather all the information, and I want to give you guys the updated version of what Russia is like right now. Okay. So I'm going to be explaining how Russia is right now, how the situation is like, and you know, how everything is right now. So don't worry, guys. We are going to go together. There will be no issues. Everything will be fine. Coming, guys, trying to get everything loaded up. All right. Yeah. So back to the meeting. So, guys, if you guys are following me, can you guys drop a reaction, please, so that I know that everybody's following me? Please, can you drop some reactions? If you're happy to see me, also you can drop some reactions. If you're not happy, I will just count it that you're not dropping a reaction because you're not happy. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you all. So let's get right into the video. Okay. Now, what is my mission here today? So my mission here today is to explain how the new rule is. So basically, I'll start with an introduction of who I am. So my name is Femi K. My full name is Adeyemo Oluwafemi, but everybody calls me Femi K. And many of you already know me, but for the sake of the new people, allow me to introduce myself further. So I'm actually the head of operations at On Air Travels, and basically, I have a YouTube page with over 5,000 subscribers. And this is where I post informations, I post updates, I post news, I post things related to people coming to Russia. So, of course, 100%, you can check it out. The name is Femike Vibe Lord. So, it's a page for Russian admission, the rules, the jobs, um, the recognition of the degrees that you are getting here, how Russia has benefited me over the years. Why should you consider Russia? Why should you not consider Russia? Because that is also very valid, right? So at the end of the day, you'll be able to go there and find out for yourself what you need to do. Okay. So, and also I have an Instagram page which is called On Here Travel, ONAIR travel underscore. All right. So that's where I also post all the testimonials, the success of our clients, the people that just came in recently. Like we have a lot of people that just came in recently, the likes of Mr. Samuel. We also have somebody here that's supposed to come in with soon on the 18th. Mr. Boma, are you in the building? So Mr. Boma is coming to Russia soon to join us. If Mr. Boma is here, can you drop a reaction? And we also have many. Oh, Mr. Boma is here in the buildings. Okay, so many success stories when it comes to Russia. I'll make sure I do a meeting or a video with him, and I'll post it in the group so that you guys also see, so that you see the testimonials. You see that people are also coming to this place to come and study, to come and achieve their dreams and get something doing. All right. So apparently, I've helped hundreds of Africans and non-Africans. This is not an introduction, actually, because many of you already know this based on my YouTube, based on my, some of you that know me personally, and some of you that have worked with me over the years. And that is in a span of more than 6 years. So we've been able to help people from Africa, from non-African countries to get admission or gain entry into Russia, all right? So basically, I am here to help you too. So let's us get right into the agenda of the day, all right? So, but before we get into the agenda of the day, I want you guys to note something that Russia is not for everybody. Get it again. Russia is not for everybody. But in this meeting, I'm going to explain. You see that I even wrote some of the things down because I don't want to miss any facts or anything. So please, I want you to just listen attentively. You guys will ask your questions, but let us just listen attentively, all right? I will explain everything. So I will explain everything you need to know. If it suits what you are looking for, if Russia suits your needs, if Russia suits what where you might be at this point in time or of time or what you want to gain, all right, or what you are looking for. Maybe you are looking for some stability. Maybe you are looking for something that aligns with what I speak about. Of course, I cannot say everything in one video, of course, but I'll make sure I touch on a very, very large amount that's necessary, okay? For you to kickstart your process to come to this place to see whether it is really needed. You know, some people will just open their agencies. Some people will even let's even forget about the agents. Let's talk about the students. You go to you as an applicant, you just reach out to just an agent. You don't know what they are offering, if it aligns, if that country aligns with your goals or what you are looking for, right? And your future plans, okay? Because you can do your research for as long as you like, for as much as you like online. But at the end of the day, you also need somebody that can, for you need to hear from the horse's mouth, from somebody's experience, so that you know, of course, somebody's experience cannot judge your own experience, but at least it can give you a yardstick to know what's up, okay? All right, so I don't want you to be in a hurry. Everything is going to be explained. So, like I said, Russia is not for everybody, but I'll explain how it is, what you need to know, and if it suits what you are looking for, then you are good to go. So, if Russia suits what I say about Russia, plus your research, if it suits what you are looking for, then no problem. You are good to go to the next round to start applying and trying to think about coming here. But if what I say here, because of these new laws, it does not suit you in one way or the other, I beg you to just look into other countries, okay? You can look into other places that suit what you are looking for, because at the end of the day, the goal is to do what? The goal is to apply to a place that you know that even if you cannot predict what will happen, at least you already have a conviction that it already aligns with some of the things that you are looking for. I don't know if you guys are getting me, right? So now, the last presentation that we had, for those of you that watched it, for those of you that have applied, I'm sure that the likes of Mr. Boma, the likes of Abayomi that is here, I know Ernest also, you guys watched that presentation. So that presentation was made like about 4 years ago. And that was made in January 2023. So I think that's about 2, 3 years ago, right? And a lot of things have changed. And these things that have changed, it has confused a lot of people. Okay, so these things that have changed have confused a lot of people, and that is why I have to do this video again, so that if you are here or if you are watching this video, all those confusion would be gone. Okay, so the new law has removed a lot of things, and it has also they've added a lot of things too. So in the new law of Russia, there are a lot of things that have been added, subtracted, and I feel like a video, you guys are deserving of a video to understand what is really going on. Okay, so please, guys, you need to fully concentrate. Please concentrate, because this meeting have the capacity to change your life, and you can finally have a shot at moving abroad. You know the way Nigerian mentality is. I'm also Nigerian. For those of us that are Africans here, or the people that will be watching this video, I know that it's not only you guys that would later watch this video or that would see this video, rather a lot of other people will see, but I will use my reference points where I'm from Nigeria, and traveling abroad is a big deal for us. It's the truth. Like, it's a very big deal. Like, we used to either believe that you must be very rich, or you must be very lucky, or God is just by your side. Okay, so this presentation, or this my meeting with you guys, please concentrate, okay, so that you know that there is no riches or this one or that one. There is no family person or anything that can stop you if this aligns with what you want. All right, so let us go into the video. So first thing I would like to talk about is the accommodation in Russia. The accommodation in Russia. Actually, I had a presentation that I wanted to present, but the reason I didn't present that presentation today, like the picture presentation, is because of the fact that I actually just felt like it's better to speak, communicate, and not just follow a certain paper or something. Okay, let us communicate and I explain to you like a human being, not like a robot or somebody that is just reading a presentation. All right, so I've heard a lot of questions about the accommodation in Russia, so I'll try to explain. So this is one of the most asked questions I get every time people consult me, literally. And the truth is that compared to other parts of the world, accommodation is very cheap in Russia. That is fact. Compared to other parts of the world, with my comparison with what we've heard from the people all over the years, trust me, accommodation is is way cheaper in Russia than in other parts of the world. Okay. So now, especially the university hostel, and they are very affordable and they are ranging from around 1,000 rubles to 5,000 rubles. Okay. In dollar, that is about $12 to $62 monthly, depending on the exchange rate depending on the exchange rate. Okay. So right now, the exchange rate of ruble to naira is 1 ruble is 18 naira. I remember in 2023 when I made my video, 1 ruble was 7 naira. When I came to Russia, 1 ruble was 4 to 5 naira. So you see, thanks to Mr. Tinubu, and Buhari's and our politicians. But at the end of the day, you guys get what I'm talking about. So they are very affordable, and anyone can basically live in the student hostel. Anybody, I Femike, that is speaking to you guys, I lived in the students' school dormitory. We call it dormitory here. In Russian, it's called общежитие. So I lived in the общежитие for about two years, I guess, before I was able to finally land myself a place. So there's nothing bad in staying in the school hostel. Either you are old, whether you are an agba, or you are an old woman, or an old man, or you are a whatever it is. Okay. Anybody can live in the school hostel. Okay. The school hostel is designed for its students to live there. In fact, I used to encourage my applicants that come all the way from other countries. There was a guy that came in recently now. He got into the school hostel, was already complaining. He was like, Femike, I don't really like my roommates. I'm like, bro, stay there. Stay there, bro. You understand? Okay, because um the hostels are actually designed that way. They are not really expensive, and they are actually easy, to lodge you in for you to learn the ropes of things before you start jumping around and making your waves and all of that. All right. So they're actually very, very affordable, and anyone can basically live in the school hostel, like I already said. So they consist of about 2 to 3 people. Sometimes you can be alone in the hostel under several conditions. So sometimes normally the hostel used to consist of 2 to 3 people. In my hostel, I remember that when I started my language program first, when I came to Russia, I was given a hostel of we were three in the room, me and two other guys. They were from India. All right. So, but now but later when I moved rather to the medical school, it was just me and my Egyptian roommate. All right. So it used to be like a range of 2 to 3 people. Okay. And sometimes you can be alone in the hostel under several conditions. So I will explain those conditions to you guys that can help you to remain alone in the school hostel. So firstly, it is if you have not been assigned a roommate yet. Okay. If you have not been assigned a roommate yet, so you can be alone in the hostel, pending the time. It happened to me when I was in the medical school in 2020. I think it was in 2020 when I applied there in September 2020. I was there for about 2 to 3 months before they brought in the Egyptian guy to, study with me. I was very sad. I was very, very sad, but, it's not my house, okay? I know what I'm here or what I was there at that time to gain. Today now I live alone and I'm living comfortably. I'm happy. You can see my background. I'm doing well. But at that time, I had to live like that, okay? Because I know that where I was going to was bigger than where I was coming from. So, also another reason is you are sick and isolated to stay alone. So that one is a temporary thing. Maybe you get sick because there was a time when the whole corona thing came, COVID. Some people got COVID sick and they were isolated. So they were in the room alone. Sometimes some people can get maybe some other diseases. There was even a guy that came in recently with malaria from Nigeria. I came all the way from Nigeria with malaria. And you guys know that Onyibo people, they detest malaria. They don't like malaria 100%. So this guy was actually like stressed. They even wanted him to go back home. Glory be to God that I had to call somebody in this city there to help him to solicit with his university to assist him and all of that, which finally they did. So, but they isolated him for a while. He has been in isolation now. So I don't know till when, but till whenever they feel like he should get a roommate. Okay, so that is another reason why you can be alone. Another one is if you pay to live alone in the hostel. So there are some universities that actually offer these options. They can give you a room of your own, but not all universities. Like I said, this is a new video, new rules, new laws. and I have to explain how it is, okay? So that the ones that are applying now or the ones that are already in their application process understand what they are coming here to do, was to meet. All right. Or for those like Mr. Boma that are traveling or that is traveling, I'm not an English teacher, so forgive my English, guys. So that's traveling, you already know what you're coming to meet. Okay, so it's not bad. I'm just saying that these are like to get this hostel on your own. Some before you could get it easily, but now some universities don't offer that option anymore because a lot of people are trying. Of course, everybody wants to live alone. Is the truth. So a lot of balloting, a lot of doing this thing. So in that process, some people feel like they are cheated. So the schools just converted those rooms, those one room, to a bigger space for like their teachers and their officials and all of that. Instead of putting just one person, they are making other feel like they are cheated and all of that. Because of course there are a lot of students. Everybody wants to live alone. So there are some schools that are still doing it. I'm gonna show you guys. And some schools are not interested in doing it. So you can't specifically just put your mind there that, oh, I'm coming here to come and get school hostel just for me. So you might be lucky, you may not be lucky. It all depends on whatever you have. And number 4, you somehow cajole your hostel commandant. We have hostel commandant. It's like our hostel keeper, to leave you alone in the room. It is very rare, but it can work. It is very, very rare actually, though. I remember when I came here, that was in May, that was in actually in January. Then it was in May that I actually was living in the other room that I got transferred to. Many of you guys already know this story if you've been following me for a while. So I was transferred to one room for that time, and I had to reach out to the commandant, which is the hostel keeper, that I wanted to stay alone. And she luckily accepted that, oh, you can be there. But it was not for a long time. It was just for 1 month. So I was there enjoying myself till when she changed her mind. That she was like, bro, get out, go back to your former room and all of that. So it all depends on how you're able to, your luck and all of that. Or if the woman likes you or the man likes you, you tell you, don't worry, you can stay on your own. Or even your university can tell you to stay on your own, depending on how you meet it. Everybody have different fates. Before I used to talk very, very confidently, and that was the mistake I made that made me come and redo this video. I don't want to be too confident on anything because that is my own experience. I cannot judge my own experience with others. So I see what I see, and I tell you that there are also opportunities for this and that. All right, so please follow me. So, but the truth is that not everyone can live in a school hostel setting. But before that, let me quickly share my screen with you guys and show you what a school hostel look like. So instead of the other video, what I did was I randomly went online and I searched for hostels in Russia. That's like university hostels. But this time around, I came up with an actual university hostel, not just something randomly online. This time around, I came up with something that is from a university here in Russia. So I will use it as an example. Of course, every university have their own different faculties, their different structures of how they look like. Structures of how their hostels look like. But I'll show you one of the reputable universities here in Irkutsk, Russia. So their own is online, and I made a research about it. So let me quickly share my screen with you guys. If you guys can see my screen, please, can you drop some reactions, please? If you can see my screen, please drop some reaction. All right, thank you very much. I see the reactions. All right, so let's go to that. Not Avito. Okay, Google. So I actually Googled them down here so that I don't have to waste time. Okay, so this is Irkutsk National Research University. So if you can see here, they said IINRETU, that is Irkutsk National Research Technical University. Campus is the biggest among the 16 universities in Irkutsk, blah, blah, blah. So this is how their university looks like. Their university hostel looks like. You can even say that this first one is going for a ridiculous amount of 800 rubles per month. So you see that what I told you guys when I said 1,000 to 5,000, you can even see that some schools even have cheaper, way cheaper. So, but I wanted to give you guys an average, so that at the end of the day, you will not feel, because what if your school is now the one that has like maybe 1,500 rubles and all of that? So it's just very, very cheap. The hostels are too cheap, like 800 rubles. Imagine 800 rubles is chicken change. Like if you are living in Russia, you know that 800 rubles is just cheap. It's like in Nigeria, you can compare 800 rubles, the value of what it has in Nigeria, to like 15 naira, to be very honest with you guys. That is my own comparison. So don't compare yourself to me. So okay. Like I said, I want to speak the truth to you guys. The new law. There's no cajoling, there's no lying, there's no tweaking anything. As it is, now here I go talk so that when you come, you see what we say. Until when they change the law again, maybe they change it next year, I'll do another video, okay? So this is how the hostel looks like. If you can see, let me zoom here. You can see this was how my own actually looked like. Though my hostel was actually way beautiful than this place. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. It was beautiful, but you can see the design. It's very comfortable for two people. You stay here, the other person is in the other side. You guys have a desk to at least do your things. It is very important to have accommodation, which is shelter, okay? And at the end of the day, they are provided. So this is how the toilet looks like. And this is how you have washing machine to yourself 24/7 to wash whatever you want to wash, depending on your schedules and all of that. And type 2, this one is 3,500 rubles. So this one is literally, and if you see it here, they wrote it that fee up to 35 rubles per month. So everything can change, anything can change. What matters is that when you are coming to Russia, you already have a figure in mind, okay? But even still, it is very cheap, very affordable. 3,500 rubles is also still chicken change. And you can see how it looks like. And there's even a grand piano for you if you want to, if you feel like you are artistic enough. So I don't want to make the video too long. So I want to show you the type number 3. So this type number 3 is where they have single tier beds. So this one is 9,500 rubles per month. Can you see now that is even way above the 5,000 rubles mark I put, though it was an average, but this is their own fee. This one now, you can see how this one looks like, way better. But this is just for Ikut National Research University, okay? So there are other better, cheaper universities, we. It just all depends. Some schools now can have very cheap university hostels, but their school fees is a bit high. Some can have a very low school fees, but their tuition, their hostels is a bit. Some can even balance both of them. So, excuse me, guys. So this one is actually a one room. So this one only you can stay in the room here. So you have your bed to yourself, and you have your chair. So if you are thinking that you are coming here for like ultimate comfort, immediately you come in. In Nigeria, are you comfortable? Or in Africa, or wherever you are? Yeah, are you very, very comfortable like that? If you're very, very comfortable, then stay at home and enjoy yourself. But if you're coming here, at least you manage yourself till at least after you're able to get yourself a job and be able to push yourself back to the top and all of that. But here, this hostel is actually very comfortable. Sorry, guys. So this hostel is actually very comfortable because you are the only one in your room, and you can design your bed the way you want it and all of that, okay? So that is how it looks like, guys. Stop sharing. So I'm sure that you guys are with me, right? If you guys are with me, please drop some reactions, please. All right. Thank you very much, guys. So please just follow me. Everything is going to be explained, okay? So now next one is there are other options you can actually consider though, because the truth is that not everyone can live in a school hostel setting. That's the truth. Somebody like me, for example, I like my privacy a lot. I love my space. I love to live in my room alone. Nobody's stressing me. Nobody's coming to attack me. Yeah, no roommate is coming to tell me, hey, why did you put the plate in the sink? Why did you, why did you not flush the toilet? I can do just exactly what I like. Okay. When I'm also working, I work with a customer relationship company, and I also work with the hospital and all of that, and I also work with Onion Nigeria, you guys here. So when I'm making my calls, no time when I'm on the call, you guys are hearing maybe some people doing Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, La ilaha illallah. You hear that everywhere is actually very silent, okay? And that's because of the fact that I love my space a lot, because I know the kind of work I'm doing. And some people, I'm sure that most of you guys also have that mentality. You want to be in your space and privacy. That's for some people. Some people are comfortable with living in the hostel for the rest of their lives. They don't mind. So fast, it's even a way for them to save more money, keep more money for themselves, to enjoy their lives and all of that. But for some people like me, I prefer my privacy, okay? And that is it. So there are other options you can consider. For example, you can consider the shared apartment option. The shared apartment option. Okay, so in this apartment, there can be 2 rooms or 3, even 4 or more. It depends. So you pay for a room. Sorry, guys. So you pay for a room in this shared apartment. So basically, you are sharing the kitchen and the bathroom and other amenities, but you have your own room. So there are like maybe 3 rooms or 4 rooms. So you pay for 1 room in that 3 or 4 rooms. So that 1 room is your own. But you are sharing the kitchen, you are sharing the bathroom, you are sharing the toilet, but you have 1 room for yourself. So you are still under the privacy check. But when it comes to amenities, you may not be under the privacy check, okay? But for me, that was also how I started my life. When I left the hostel, I went to a shared apartment. I was hustling there, doing some little jobs. And at the end of the day, I focused so much on my jobs. I made sure that I worked hard, and look at where we are today. Glory be to God. It's not even something I'm supposed to be talking about because many of you already know this information and all of that. You can go online, go and check. We are all there. So you can start from this shared apartment. The mistake that many people do is that they come here and they immediately want to rent apartment. It's not bad. If you have the finances, like your job is paying you that amount of money, you can do it. But me, I used to advise my students, instead of spending so much money on apartments immediately, why don't you at least pay your school fees? When you are done paying your school fees, then you can focus on other things, okay? And even when you pay your school fees, you can still try to pay times two, times three. You can even pay for that. Your 4 years or your 5 years, you can pay everything. You can save for it, okay? Instead of just immediately already trying to want to live like Bill Gates in another man's land. So that is just how I used to explain to people. So basically, you are sharing whatever. It's usually cheaper than the apartment option because you are sharing this apartment with other people actually. So you are sharing with other people. So it's usually cheaper. Okay. Now, because of the fact that there are a lot of cities in Russia, like I said, this is new information. Okay. And I don't want you to feel like you come to my meeting and I am wasting your time. Okay. I want you to understand that you've learned something new that you've never heard before, right? So everything is depending on your city. Your housing. Okay. So for example, now you can't compare. I'll get to that. So what I can say is that it is between an average of 10,000 rubles to 20,000 rubles, which is very, very affordable because that's about like $125 to $250 per month. I'm giving you guys, it can even be cheaper. The shared apartment that I was in for a while, I was in a shared apartment. I was paying about 7,000, 8,000 rubles per month in my city. So, but like I said, I want everybody to feel the truth so that what applies to Femike may not apply to you. So I'm giving you guys an average, so that you see it. Okay, I can afford this. Okay, I feel like I can work and get this. I can at least do this, so that at the end of the day, you will have a figure in your head. All right. So I'm going to show you guys okay, before I go into that, a decent shared apartment location can vary, and I'm sure that there are even way cheaper ones in some cities that are not Moscow. Of course, you cannot be comparing what a shared apartment is in Moscow or St. Petersburg, for example, to Yekaterinburg, where I am, for example. Now I'm in Yekaterinburg city and it's way cheaper. Kazan is way cheaper than Moscow and Yekaterinburg, and St. Petersburg rather. Novosibirsk is way cheaper. Any city that is not Moscow and St. Petersburg, I feel like they're actually way cheaper. Okay, so Astrakhan, for example, Saratov, and all of those cities, they are actually way cheaper than what's the name? Than Moscow and St. Petersburg. So let's quickly go into what a a shared apartment looks like quickly before I go to the next one because I want to make sure that everything is as fast as possible. So let me show you guys what it looks like. So this is an application called Avito. So apparently, Avito is an application where you can get apartments in Russia easily. You can contact any of your friends in Russia that is already here, or if you have somebody, a relative, to explain what Avito is like to you. Okay. So we in Russia we use Avito is like our Avito is like our OLX, our GG, but you can also source for apartment there. So I also found an apartment on Avito. And this apartment, so basically, you guys don't understand Russian, but what it means here is Sniat Komnatu. Sniat Komnatu is like rent a room, okay? Ditenna, the stuff in the bracket means for a long time, okay? So we are going to click on Sniat Komnatu for a long time. So we are going to be choosing our city as Yekaterinburg. And if you come down here, let me check the list. You will see now, for example, this is a place of 15,000 rubles. This is another one of 12,000 rubles. It's actually a 12-meter square apartment in a 3-bedroom flat. Can you see this one now? This one is 9,000 rubles. Let me show you guys more. This is the kitchen. I don't know why it's not loading fast, but this one you are going to be sharing, okay? So let me show you guys another one. So for example, now let's look. Coming, guys. Aha. So this one now is 9,500 rubles, for example. You have your bed, you have your chair, your table, you have your bathroom, you have your toilet. Can you see how the room is? This is a shared room. If you're a content creator or you are whatever it is, you can still be managing this place and all of that. So it's like a um a room. So let's look into another one. This one is 15,000 rubles per month. Can you see now? This is your room, how it looks like. So you can basically in Russia they used to have chairs too. So you can change the chair to your bed or whatever it is. This is actually a bed, but you can change it to a chair. So it's like a multi-purpose thing, okay? So there are a lot of cities. I just used Yekaterinburg as an example. This one is 12,500 rubles per month, and these are all actually very, very cheap. prices, to be very honest with you guys. Like, based on the current experiences that we're having now, these are actually really, really cheap prices, okay? So what matters is that when you get here, at least before you get to that level, at least you're in the hostel, then when you see that, oh, privacy is not really there, you can now move to the next level, right? So, sorry guys, trying to see. Okay, perfect. I hope you guys are with me. So, please, this is not the time to go and eat. This is the time to listen, please, because if you're coming to Russia, if you're trying to apply, this video is for you. Okay. Now, now this is the apartment option. So for apartment, they are usually way more expensive, but the cost can vary depending on where the apartment is located. So is it located in the city center? Is it located in the outskirts of the city? Is it a bit far from the city center? So basically, there are a lot of factors that determine the cost, like how big is the apartment, how close is it to the subway or the transport stops, the organization close to the building, many factors. But for example, me, I'm going to use myself because I am here, I'm the one living here in Russia here, and I can explain based on my own experience, okay? So my medical university is not in the center of the city. It's not in the city center. So renting an apartment in the city center for me, for somebody like me, is actually useless. Though right now I live in the city center. It's a very expensive place, but it's useless because, and I'm going to explain why. Because as a medical student, you need to go from hospital to hospital. So even if I choose an apartment in the outskirts, or I choose an apartment in the city center, or I choose an apartment close to my school, whatever it is, it wouldn't matter since I don't have to go to a specific location always. But for somebody in the engineering department, like for example, I have a younger brother now. The reason I live in the city center is because I live with my younger brother. That's the truth. I don't want him to hear this. So, but the reason is because his own school now is like 5 minutes away from here, from this city center where we are. He's in the economics university, Actually, he studies cybersecurity, but he's in the UGEU, that's Ural State Economic University. So, sorry guys. So he goes there, 5 minutes is easier for him. But for me now, every week we have different smena. They call it smena. Smena is like different schedules. So one week I might be in Akademicheski, another week I should be in Uralmash, another week I should be in Kosmovskaya, another week I should be in Volgograskaya. It all depends on where I'm high studying for that week. So if I'm getting an apartment because I want to be going to one place steadily, you see that I'm just wasting my time, okay? So, and truth is, don't worry, I'm going to get into it. So please be attentive. Don't worry. This is a life-saving meeting. Trust me. So basically, I'm fine with my apartment just being close to the transport system so that I can quickly move to anywhere I want easily. So if my apartment is close to the transport system, for somebody like me, it will be easier because I need to go to a lot of places anyways. So I would even save money. So I hope you guys are getting the point because everything is depending on the location and what is close to this location. For me now, when I first rented this place, I was able to save money on a lot of things. So before this place actually, rather, guys, I was actually living in the city outskirts before, and it was close to the subway, which is the transport system. So I was saving a lot of money because all I need to do was walk to the transport system there, and this is one of the cheapest. Actually, the subway, which is the metro, is the cheapest and fastest mode of transport in Russia. So let me say one of the cheapest actually, because like I said, anything can change. I don't want to be somebody tomorrow will now come to Russia and now say, Femike told me that this is the cheapest, or but maybe in your city it is actually buses that are cheaper than metros, or they have the same prices. So, but it's actually very cheap for us here. Okay, very very like ridiculously cheap, like cheap to the. I think it's like. I'll get to that actually later in the presentation, but I want you to know how ridiculously cheap it is. Like I don't even know how much it is in Naira, but it's not even a lot. Okay. So for the stuff, so I was saving money because I was able to take the subway to where I was going to my school and all of that. Okay. So I hope you guys are getting the point now. So the prices differ, and averagely they are from 15,000 rubles to 35,000 rubles for a studio room, depending on the city. For a studio room, what is a studio room in Russia? A studio room is actually, let me show you guys an example so that you guys are not just guessing. A studio, because when I spoke about a studio room to somebody one time, the person was like, I'm not a producer. I said, bro, it's not about producing or not producing, bro. This is like studio room in Russia is like this. Let me just show you guys a picture of how it looks like so that I remove the guesswork. So let's say Snimat Kuvatira Delna. So like, where is it? 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 Utochnit, Luboy. So studio. So this is how a studio room looks like. Let me just show you guys. So You can see now this one is 35,000 rubles. But one thing about studio is that it has the bed in the room, the kitchen in the room, but the bathroom is different. Okay, so that's just the thing. The bathroom will be in a different place. The toilet and bathroom will be in a different, but the bed and the kitchen are in the same place, though they are far from each other. Like, look at this one now. You can see that the bed is somewhere here and the bathroom is just in front of it. Let me look for a better picture of a studio room for you guys. Okay, something like this one is 35,000 rubles. So you see it now that this is how you can see that the kitchen, the bed, everything they didn't show it together, but they are usually in one room actually. Everything is in that one room. Though I actually think it's actually very comfortable. But me personally, like I still said, like I'm going to compare everything back to my own experience, right? Personally, I prefer to live in a room that is not, you can see my room now. This is just my TV that is here, my TV, my AC, the door is opened. I could have gone outside and all of that, but let's finish the video first. So I don't like when I'm cooking and I'm smelling ogbono, I'm smelling egusi. Somebody is cooking egusi and I'm smelling egusi when I'm supposed to be lying down on my bed and maybe preparing for surgery the next day. Maybe doctor is calling us that we have surgery the next day, we have to prepare, and I'm smelling egusi. Like, how is that even related to what I'm doing? So, but for some people, they don't care. A lot of people here, they live in the studio, they are cheaper, they are way okay, they are nicer. Some even they are even lucky. So I even know somebody that is living there with his baby and his wife, the baby. They are living in that place here. So it's not bad actually. I'm just telling you guys that for me, for some of you, you might not feel I find it really comfortable. Like, we have to be truthful, okay? So, but at the end of the day, that's about $180 to about $430, which is actually still very cheap. It's actually very cheap because generally accommodation is not even a problem in Russia. You don't have a problem with accommodation in Russia as compared to other part of Europe. If you go and ask my European friends, when I ask a guy in Canada, I say $1,500 just for a condo apartment. He's sharing these apartments. So what are we talking about? $1,500, and you still have to share. So compared to Russia that is offering $180 to $430 for you to be comfortable on your own, you don't, because if you guys are looking at what I'm talking about here, the major thing we are looking at is what? Privacy. Privacy. Okay. So, and privacy is very important. So that is what I'm talking about. So shelter is very important also. And if you're planning on coming to Russia, you should be assured that accommodation should not be an issue for you. Now, like I said, this is Femike speaking, not Vladimir Putin, not Russian government. I'm just telling you my own experience and the experience of my students, my applicants that we've brought in 6 years. So I think I'm the best person that can give you this information right now because I have the experience. Okay. But I'm sure that so far as everything is still the same way, accommodation will not be a problem. I don't know if you come in, maybe your own head. I don't know where your people are coming from, but maybe when you are coming, accommodation will not be something. But of course, that's a joke because nobody would leave you outside. You will just be there in the school hostel or at least a commercial hostel and all of that. All right, so let's go to the next one, which is tuition fee in Russia. Tuition fee in Russia. Now, guys, this is a very important aspect of your application. Tuition fee, it is a very important aspect of your application. Because of your course, you need to know how much you are spending every year. So, in as much as Russia is one of the cheapest countries in the world to study, in fact, for me, Russia is the cheapest country in the world to study, to be very honest with you guys. There are still many factors that can decide how much tuition you are going to be paying to study in Russia annually. There are many factors, and I'm going to be explaining factors to you guys because in Russia, the school fees is dependent on a lot of factors actually. So, number one, the program type that you are doing. Are you doing a full-time course? Are you doing a part-time course? The course you are studying, is it medicine? You cannot be comparing somebody that is studying medicine to somebody that is studying Greek or somebody that is doing, plant biotechnology. Of course, there are two different things. The city you are doing this course, is it Moscow? You can't compare somebody that is studying medicine in Moscow to somebody that is studying medicine in, let's say, for example, Yekaterinburg, where I am. I will be paying I'll be paying times two, three cheaper than that person in Moscow. My friend is Sechenov in Moscow. She told me she's paying thousands of dollars every month. And me, I am here paying the bare minimum. I will still give you guys the information as we go. So that's why I said this video is not a rush video. We have to understand ourselves. So another factor that determines the school fees is the university you are doing this course. So some universities here are very prestigious universities. Like, they are competing for world standards. Like, if you go online now, you should search for a university like Ural Federal University, or you search for Moscow State Lomonosov University. These universities are not baby universities. They are like they are like universities that are they are competing for awards for standards. So if you are going there, you're not going to be paying 55 naira or 55 cedis or 55 Ugandan rupees. You're going to be paying bands, okay? So, but for me now, my school is not competing for anything, but does not mean that my school is not good. Because UI is competing for the whole award does not mean Lagos State University is not okay. Okay, so but at the same time, we are looking for education, but you cannot be comparing this university because of how big they are. So everything we don't that one does not concern us. The awards they have, except maybe you are somebody that is very maybe an educational scholar, and the school that you go to must depend whatever will come out of you. But for me, every university in Russia has standards. It's just that some people are competing for very, very high standards. So that can depend. Your school fees can be dependent on that. And also the degree that you are doing. Is it bachelor's? You cannot be comparing somebody that's doing bachelor's to somebody that's doing master's or PhD, for example. Okay. So, but the cheapest university are typically regional state universities outside Moscow and St. Petersburg. Okay. So, but all these universities in Russia are very reputable and they have much lower living costs, like in those cities, and their tuition are way, way cheaper. My university, Ural State Medical University, I've been studying here. I'm a medical student, I'm a doctor, and I'm not dead. I still went for their exhibitions, I still went for their awards shows and everything, and I'm there, I'm competing actively. I'm living well. My school is okay. Does not mean that because I'm not in Sechenov, for example, Sechenov in Moscow, then I'm not a doctor. Mm-mm. It does not mean because somebody studied medicine in where can I compare it? Maybe Lagos State University, LASU. You are now saying because he did not study in Unilag, then the guy is not a doctor. Are you playing? Is this playing? So our universities are very good. Russia has good standards, but some people they are just very fanatics. They are fanatics. I know you are not that person, but they just like, hey, my school is Harvard University. My school is Cambridge University. Use it to collect money in the bank now. All right. So, but basically, um, why are these universities that are outside Moscow and St. Petersburg cheaper? Is because of the fact that they are not in Moscow and St. Petersburg. That's the simple answer. So because Moscow and St. Petersburg are literally the happening city, it can be compared to like Lagos and Abuja in Nigeria. They are, of course, the happening city, but there are still other very decent cities that are not as expensive, but they still offer you the best. For example, my city, Yekaterinburg, Kazan offers you good stuff. Novosibirsk is there. Ikut is also there. We have so many. Kaliningrad, we have Voronezh, we have Volgograd, we have Tyumen, we have Chelyabinsk, many, many cities here in Russia that offer you very, very good standards. So I'm in Yekaterinburg and I'm living my best life. So what are you talking about? So I'm the best person. I know better than anyone to tell you what I'm telling you right now. So, but let's leave that for now. So that's the happening city. So it can be, for example, compared to like Lagos and Abuja in Nigeria, that's Moscow and St. Petersburg, you know. So they are, of course, the happening city, but they are still other very decent cities, not as expensive. So for the tuition, it all depends on all of these factors. So I can't give you guys a precise amount, though I will give you guys an average according to my research and years of experience. You know, when I'm talking about experience, I'm not talking about just a year, 2 years, 3 years, no, 4 years, no, 5 years, no, 6+ years of standard experience. So I'm going to give you guys just an average because, of course, I cannot tell you all the school fees of all the different cities. Russia is the largest country in the world. It is the largest. It has many universities. That's why I used to tell people, when you come to Russia, you will have a lot of opportunities. It is 100% guaranteed by God's grace, except maybe your uncle's grandma is pursuing you from the village. But you will have good opportunities because the land is big. The land is green also. Okay. So for that tuition, literally, it depends on all of these factors that I just explained to you guys. So, and according to my research, it is usually ranging from $1,000 to $5,000. This is an average. It is ranging from $1,000 to $5,000. This is an average. This is very cheap. It can even be way cheaper. I'm going to explain to you guys why it can be way cheaper. That's why I say you have to stay till the end of this video. It can be way cheaper for you. Like I said, this is my experience. This is my let me quickly charge my iPad, guys. This is my experience. This is my, and everybody that knows me here know that I know what I'm saying. I know that is what even puts me in a bit of trouble recently because everybody has seen me like one, like one baba. All right, so it's usually from $1,000 to $5,000. That is an average. It can be way cheaper or even more expensive. So a student that comes or came, okay, now let me give you guys an example. Actually, a student that actually came through my agency got here and is paying $800 per year for a part-time program. Imagine $800 per year. So imagine he's already bringing a mindset of, oh, it's $5,000, so, or it's $2,000, so, or it's 3,000, or it's $1,000. So I may not be, he came here and he got $800. So everything that happens here, this is based also on what God just has for you to, in as much as Russia is ridiculously cheap, it is very cheap. You also need to know that it can still get cheaper and it can still get a bit expensive. It all depends on your pocket, at the end of the day. So you can see that this costs vary a lot depending on a lot of factors. So no one can directly tell you this is exactly how much you need to pay in the beginning phase because we are still unsure of the city that you are going to go, the program, and other factors that can give us a definite sum we are going to be spending in that place. So, but one good thing about Russia is that, and this is actually the most important thing that actually even convinced me, Femike, that is in front of you guys now, to come to Russia. So the thing is that the first, this was what convinced me in the first place, the installment mode of paying. So now, depending on your university, you can split your payments into 2 times or as many times as you can in a year. Let me give you guys, for example, me, my university, Ural State Medical University, my tuition fee is about 270,000 rubles. That's like the cheapest university for medicine in the whole of Russia. And this tuition fee, in fact, guys, I can tell you now that my school fees now, sometimes if I have 20,000, I pay 20,000 rubles. Sometimes if I have 10,000 rubles, even ridiculously as 10,000 naira, you can pay it because you have a contract that binds you with your university. All you need to do is get your contract number, go to the bank or use your phone, anyone, put in your contract number under the article of that school and you pay. This is not Nigeria. This is Russia. This is an advanced country. You pay there as small, gradually as you are gathering it. Maybe you go and work today. Your salary came at the end of the month. You take small out of it, you pay. Before you know it, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, you are already, depending on you, even it can be 1 year. It all depends on your spending. Some people come here and they come and forget home. They forget that they are coming from Nigeria. They forget that they are coming from Africa. They forget that if Nigeria or Africa was that good, we will all be there. They will come and live like Elon Musk. So, but for somebody like me, my school fees, I am able to pay from my salary. I pay my school fees. The whole of my school fees, I'm able to pay within 3 months. And that is my priority every year. In the beginning of the year, I pay my school fees. All right. So, depending on the university, like I already said, you can pay this thing instrumentally, which is a good thing. You can be paying it gradually, small, as you're hustling. So it depends. Some schools can tell you can pay 2 times, but that 2 times that they will tell you, you split it into 2 different semesters. So first semester, for example, now, if you are paying, for example, 100,000 rubles, first semester now, you are paying 50,000 rubles. So in that first semester of 6 months, try all your best to, you are working, try your best to not be spending all of your earnings on women. Some of you will come here, you see Russian women, beautiful, beautiful women. You carry all your money, you flaunt it. Many of my clients, my students, my applicants that came to Russia, they do these things. Not to say that they are bad people, but some of them, they don't even know that I know. You see them, I'm going to do this, okay. Either you're coming from Nigeria or you're coming from Ghana. Okay. You are going back to Benin Republic very soon if you don't know. So take your money and do what? Pay to the school. Pay your school fees because it's very important. They are the ones that are giving you the visa and they should be respected for you. Even if inviting you in the first place from Nigeria to come here or whatever it is, they should be respected and given their accolades. So yeah, where is it? Okay, so even I myself, I pay my tuition as many times as I want to. I personally pay my school fees as many times as I want to. I think it's flexible. That's one thing good thing about Russia. It's very flexible. Imagine you are paying your school fees as it is coming. You get 10,000 naira today, you pay. You get 15,000 naira tomorrow, you pay. You get 5,000 naira you pay because you have a contract. You don't need to be going to the school cashier or you don't need to be saving it in one place because as you are even saving it, you can be spending it. I think that's just the good thing about Russia. In that academic year, you can pay as many times as possible. Most of the universities offer this, but like I say, it all depends on the university. It all depends on them, but most of them, according, that's why this is the new law. According to the law, it's still retained that you can still be paying gradually. So, but don't feel entitled to anything. If your school says that it is otherwise, also I'm sure that you have to find a way to do it. Maybe your school say 2 times, but every school in Russia allows you to pay at least an instrumental payment. Small, when you are there. Okay? So but like I said, it is still dependent on your contract with them, what you decide. For example, now my contract with my university is that I can pay as many times as I want. So you have to review your contract with them. Or see, or me, my own capacity is that I can be paying 2 times. I even know a guy is into remote jobs here. He works here in remote jobs. He's making a very good amount of money. He pays the school fees once. He will just pay for that month. He will pay it. That one now, what that one, nothing concerning with instrumental payment. But for some people, they still need to, balance the edge, pay for their apartment, pay for themselves, send some little money back home to mommy and the family and junior. So they may not be able to really come quickly pay like that. So that is what I'm saying, anyways. Now, another very important thing is that I'd like you to know that everything here is dependent on Russia, the institutions, the immigration, and the ministries, and not on me, Femike. There is nothing depending on me here. I am not Putin. I am not the president of Russia. So everything is dependent on them, okay? Not me. So some schools can ask you to pay some part of your tuition before coming to Russia. It can be 50%, it can be 30%, it can even be 100%, depending on the university's rules and regulations, okay? So on the other hand, some schools can even tell you that you don't need to pay a single dime before coming to Russia. We have many schools like that. They will tell you you don't need to bother yourself paying anything. There was one school like that in Voronezh. You don't need to pay anything before you go there. That's school fees. There's another school in Saratov. You don't need to pay anything like that before you go. And there's some schools like Ikut, you have to pay. Ekaterinburg, given where I am, you have to pay some percentage of your school fees before coming. There are even some places that they tell you 100%, like Tumen, for example. Tumen can tell you 100%. All depends on where you get, how you get it, and what their guideline or rule is at that previous, at that specific time. So it all depends on the university. But my advice is that whatever the university decides, it is better to do it. Whatever they decide, it is better to do it because it is what will raise your chances at the embassy. Some schools don't just randomly bring out facts. They are doing it to save you too. Okay? So also, we don't decide whether you will be the one to pay or not, or you will pay or not, whether you have to pay that money or not. It is not for us to decide, okay? Sometimes the university can say they want you to pay a specific amount of money because it will help your application better, okay? So as an applicant, you need to understand this. As an applicant, you need to understand this. We don't decide these fees. There's nothing that Femike will gain from telling you, oh, yeah, go and pay. Okay, maybe school tell us that, oh, this guy is supposed to pay us 100,000 rubles. Let him pay 50,000 rubles first. Then when he gets here, he can come and be paying the rest. And I come to you, oh, school said you should pay 50,000, but me personally, I wanted to pay 100,000 because it is Femike. Bro, I have no powers like that. Oh. Whatever they say we pay because they are the ones that do what they decide it. And it's not because they are doing power hierarchy. It's just they know this is what we pay you to be better for you, to help you because of the immigration, their rules and all of those things. So that at the end of the day, you will not you will not be regretting that I should have just paid though. This thing I could have just paid it though. I was just scared though. I was just this one, I was just that one. If you are if you have the money, you pay. If you don't have it, you find a way to gather the money, little, you pay whatever you can pay. So, but one thing is for sure, um, each school have a refund policy in case of anything. So in case of anything, just be sure that every school have their own refund policy. But this policy is also depending on them, their criteria, their requirements, and their deadlines, not me. So everything is depending on them, like I said, not on Femi K. They will refund you if anything goes wrong. They will refund you if you need your money back. If you say you are no longer interested in their process, we will write to the school, we email them, or we go to the school personally. I can travel down there if I'm actually available. If I'm not available, I send my assistant or my representative there. They will go and meet the school. This person is no longer interested, which I know that that's not even going to make. That has never happened in our history before. That's in 6 years of working. Somebody saying you're no longer why? If you're not interested, why did you start? Do you think this is a game? You are trying to change your life. You're trying to move out of your where you are. You now say you're not. One thing happened. My grandma said she saw a vision. Okay, welcome, grandma. All right, so let's talk about the language. So this is one thing that a lot of people actually ask me about. Femike, how is the language? Now is the Russian language? How is that language? How are you coping with it and all of that? So the thing is that I'll talk about this one from my personal experience. I literally was not really serious because my course, which is medicine, was going to be taught in English language. So I didn't take the language course so seriously. So my Russian actually back then suffered a lot. Okay, so you're asking me that Femike, since your Russian language suffered a lot back then, how were you able to communicate with the locals? How were you able to buy food? How were you able to go outside? How were you able to do this? How were you able to do that? The truth of the matter is that it's simple. I basically understand little Russian And the phone, which is my phone, it does the rest. Okay. So you can easily translate your way to success here. Okay. You have your translation apps. Everything is already, this is a life of technology. AI is there. Translation app is there. You can use Yandex. You can use Google Translate. You can download all of these things before you come. You can be using them to communicate little, little, little. In Nigeria, we have Igbo people, at least if an Igbo, we sometimes we meet people that they don't know anything at all, they don't know any English. I will still have to communicate with them one way or the other. Okay, so it was just the same way for me when I first came. But now, if you go to my Instagram now, go to my Instagram if you want to check it. You can check Femike VBL or Femike.style. You see me speaking Russian language there now. I don't turn Russian man now. Everybody 6 years, of course. Femike is supposed to speak now. But we have people that even came here within some few months and all of that. So now, here's a very important advice for everyone watching this because you all want to succeed. There's no doubt. All of you here want to succeed. What I would say is that it's very important to learn the Russian language as it will really help you a lot. It will help you a lot with the adaptation and settling into the system. In as much as you can translate and translate and translate, knowing the language will really place you above a lot of people and give you so many connections. Now, let me give you, for example, myself, I am a model and I got so many jobs modeling when I got here in 2020. I was getting a lot of jobs when I came here in 2020 as a model. I was modeling, small, small, small. Even if I looked like Sapa, I was looking like some people's throwback. I was still able to model. I think they liked that. Okay. But the turning point came when I understood the language better, because then I started to negotiate the prices better. Before now, when I model there, they used to give me around like 10,000 rubles. Some can give me 5,000 rubles per just 1 hour of modeling. So imagine you're modeling for like 3 hours, you're getting from 15K to 30K rubles. That's how much is apartment that I was telling you guys before, shared apartment. I don't want to mention all of these things here because not everybody will go ahead with the application anyway. But I know that for the people that will go ahead with it, if you're interested, later we can discuss it. Just later we can discuss it. So, but truth is, I was earning as much as that at that time. That's the truth. I was earning 15K to 30K in just 3 hours of work. 3 hours of work for modeling. And many of you will be asking me, I have a video on that on my YouTube, so you can go and check it out. Do I have to be very fine to model? Am I very, very fine? If not for this head woman I put on my head, because my hair looks rough and my spec. You think I'm already defined? Am I defined? Well, okay, even if I'm fine now, was I fine in 2020 when I came here? So all those things are just excuses. You're just you keep looking for them. That's one thing I like about excuses. You will always see them. They're everywhere, except the fact that you can actually go and make something. A student of ours that came in February, this guy, when he came, he complained about the same thing. Now this guy is modeling. There's another one I posted him recently, Prince. I posted him, for those of you that are following my updates, I posted him on my WhatsApp. This guy is modeling in the coats. He models, they're paying him money. This guy is not as fine as most of you here. I saw some of you passport. I'm like, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. God forbid bad things. But come on, you look very good. I'm like, you guys are so beautiful. Oh. Nice people. You guys look very, very well kept. If you come here, say, one guy came recently, Chidera, in Voronezh there. Fine boy. I'm like, wow. Nice. Glory be to God for his creation. But when I came, I was not like that too. I was like, I don't know. Kataife was finer than me. Go online, go and check the pictures. But we knew that the mindset was just different. We have to make it. The goal was, I'm coming here, I'm leaving home to feed home. That was my goal. I don't know about other people's experiences, but my own experience, and for the people that have helped, I know we are already achieving that. God will never bring you here to suffer. All right. So, and basically, the turning point came when I learned the language. I was able to negotiate the prices. I was even making more money because I knew the language. But it took me, some time to learn the language. And I started to connect with more people. And as a result, I even made more money from that too. So now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you cannot survive at all without knowing the language. Don't get me wrong. I know many people that are studying here for more than 5 years. I'm not going to mention Titi's name. But this girl, literally, she does not understand a single Russian. She studied medicine here. She's back in Nigeria now. She went to go and her daddy actually offered her a job there. So her dad is actually a big doctor in Nigeria. So he has a hospital. So one thing is that they don't even know basic Russian. What they just know is Privyet, Kak dela, Arasho, Paka Paka. Privyet is like, how are you? Kak dela is like, Privyet is like, hi, Kak dela, how are you? Arasho, what good? Paka Paka, bye bye. And that's it. They actually survived. But most of them, immediately after their education, they actually went back home. So because they didn't really pay attention to the language. Anyways, that's because their dads, like I already said, their dads and their mom have secured job down for them in Africa. Titi's father now had a hospital. So you comparing me to Titi? So me, I no go come learn. So me, I knew I was learning the language because I'm going to live here. I've been living here when I'm done with my school now. I'm still going to be living here. Though I'll come back to Nigeria, but for just to come and say hi to you guys and go back. Nothing special. What is the Nigeria that I'm looking for? They play. So um they actually survived, but most of them, like I already said, they went back home and all of that. But they didn't even want to learn that language because of the fact that they know that their daddy and their mummies are preparing something. But most of us that we are here, we don't have any father and mothers, right? Because for us, we are different. There's no father or mother securing any job for us. We are here to do what? Even if you already have, well, congratulations to you. But for me, I am here to do what? Either I win or I win. And the only way to increase our chances is to do what? At least learn that language because nothing is guaranteed. We are not entitled to anything. That's the truth. Don't feel entitled. That was the mistake that many of you guys are making. Some of our applicants before. The entitlement was just too much. So nothing is guaranteed. Don't feel any entitlement, okay? But if you're also in a path to seeking success, you need to also understand the language of the people around you. It increases your chances in if normally you are speaking English and you are getting 50% success, the moment you increase with Russian language, you had that one, it will now increase to 70, at least 70, 80%. Okay? You can check out my page on Instagram. I already said it. I recently started making content in Russian language. When I started, people were laughing at me. I was doing some content in Russian language. They were laughing at me. Yo, this guy cannot speak. Now, I've gotten many people who just want to collaborate with me because of this. Okay? And the language has gotten better over the years. So, please take this important advice. So, is the language hard to learn? To be honest, it's like any other language. You just need to practice and dedicate your time to it. All right? So, with time and putting your mind, you will speak it. I used to say that if I can speak Russian, anybody in this life will be able to speak it because me personally, I lack language skills. I'm not a language guy. I'm sure that it was even it took a lot of time before I spoke when I was a kid safe because I don't understand what I wanted to say. So, but for example, my younger brother came here and in 3 months, he already knew the basics and he was communicating in a very normal way, at least in a little way, he was communicating. But I, on the other hand, got to that level in 1 year. I told you guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. There's no lies. Some people even got there in way longer time. But it's not like we are not surviving, but to learn that language is just an added advantage. Like you need just learn it. It's like so for everyone, we all have different learning capabilities. But what matters is that no one is stupid. We are all speaking one language or the other right now. That is it. You also need to treat Russian language just like that. When you arrive, force yourself to speak it. Force yourself to speak it. I did the same. They laughed at me. I already said that. But that's what was my own. That's their own laughing now. They have their mouth to laugh. But look at me today and ask them, where are they? God will help us all. Amen. On that. Okay? I am here today. I'm speaking my Russian. Where are they, those people that laughed at me? They are, I don't know where they are. Okay. So, because sometimes you just need it. But anyways, let's go on. So the next one we're going to talk about is your course of study. Your course of study. So coming to study in Russia, it is very easy. And there are two ways to go about it. So it is actually your choice. Number one, you can choose to either come here to study directly, or number two, you can do a language program. Then after your language program, you apply for the course of your choice. So now, guys, understand me. You can either come here to study your bachelor's or your master's or your PhD directly, or you can do the second option, which is you do a language program, which is called the Preparatory faculty. Then after this program, you apply to the course of your choice. Now, it brings me to the most important part of today, the language program. The language program. All right. So, because I already know that some of you are already asking a question, what is this language program? All right. So, this language program, this is the easiest path to studying in Russia. Let me explain it to you. But before I continue, I want you to know that I also came to Russia through this language program part. And I'm in a very honest position to tell you about it. So, it is left to you to decide. All right. So, firstly, what is the language program about? In Russian, it is called the Podgotovitenny course. So It's called the Preparatory course. It's basically a program that teaches you Russian language and how to navigate the culture here in Russia. Now, why is this Russian program language or whatever it is that we call it Preparatory course? Why is it important? And why should you consider it? You that you're watching this video, right? You that you're trying to study in Russia, you that you're trying to live, you that you're trying to live a comfortable life, that you're trying to change your environment. Nigeria don't tire you. Ghana or wherever you are, African countries wherever you are, even those that are even abroad, like our own mindset. There's people I know people from Mexico applying, people from Ecuador. Personally, I'm applying for people from India, from Indonesia, Pakistan, Myanmar. We have a lot of students from there. So there's nowhere that is really comfortable. Everybody is just looking for their own success part and their own comfort zone. Okay. So I'll give you reasons why you should consider this. Number one, it is a very guaranteed visa path. It is a very guaranteed visa path. Now, don't get me wrong. No one guarantees you visa. In fact, not even me, Femike. I can't guarantee you visa. Your university cannot guarantee you visa. The people that guarantee your visa is the embassy, and they strictly decide based on their own guidelines. Okay, but the truth is that there are some paths with higher chances compared to others. So when a Russian, okay, for example, now when a Russian man in the embassy asks you what you want to go do in Russia, and you say, oh, you want to study the language, it actually gives them some kind of excitement because let's say, for example, now an American man is coming to Nigeria, and then the embassy of Nigeria asked this man, what are you going to Nigeria to do? And he's like, I want to go and study Yoruba, or I want to go and study Igbo. How do you think they are going to look at that American man? They're going to look at it, wow. So you must love our culture. You want to go and study our language. Wow. Ha! What an amazing guy. Wow. We are going to give you this visa. You deserve the visa because you have just given them the enjoyment or the fact that the excitement that you are going to go and do something that belongs to them. I don't know if you guys are getting me. So when an Onyibo man in the embassy sees you with black skin, telling him that you want to go and study the Russian language, according to what I have seen, this is not just an ordinary man sitting in front of you. I'm not even a proud person. I know how I should have carried myself. This is somebody that has experience. In this Russia, I don't know about other countries, but in this Russia, I can tell you everything from the back of if I remove my cap, Russia will fall down from it. So I know what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of opportunities for people from this part. I was one of the pioneers of this part. Like I discovered this part because I came here to study. Not like I discovered it like I was the one that invented it. No. Like I discovered that it was a very easy path to come in with it. And I'm going to keep explaining, okay? So they automatically believe that, oh, this American guy that wants to go and learn the language, we don't need to worry about him because he will adapt. Imagine learning Yoruba language. He's an Oyinbo man. He's an American man. He's learning Yoruba language in somewhere like Ibadan. He will adapt there. He will meet with the people. At least when he's learning the language, of course, he has to communicate. They don't need to concern themselves too much about his safety. These days, I'm hearing that even Nigerian embassies they are denying people. Why won't they deny people? They are denying people from abroad. Safe. They are denying Americans. Imagine an American man comes to Ibadan now, or he comes to Bauchi and they shoot him. Donald Trump now say he's going to invade Nigeria. Bandit everywhere. May God not allow us become a bandit. So they automatically say this guy is going to adapt. So because at least if you know the language, adaptation becomes faster and easier. All right. So the next thing, the way I said bandit, I saw somebody called Mr. Umar that left the meeting. Mr. Umar, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, sir. His name is Umar something, one Hausa name like that. Hey, Mr. Umar, no vex. So I'm just doing my own. Please, Mr. Umar, forgive me, sir. This is baby words. All right, so let's go back to the most important one. So, next is, please, if you're messaging me, let it be after the meeting, please. Sorry. I see doctor's message. Doctor, I see your message. Doctor in Chelyabinsk, I see your message. Doctor, you can drop me a message on Telegram, or you can message me after. Thank you very much. So, all right. Thank you, doctor. I hope you are having fun in Chelyabinsk because everywhere is already cold now. And I'm actually going to visit Chelyabinsk very soon, so you're going to see me soon. All right. So now the next thing about the language program is that the brutal financial advantage. So basically, it saves you a fortune. So one thing about tuition is that a degree taught in Russian is on average 30 to 50% cheaper than the degree taught in English. So that actually can save you more than $5,000 over a 4-year bachelor's. Now, listen to me. There are many English taught programs here, but as much as they are, or as many as they are, I don't know. You can compare them, or you can't compare them. Sorry, you can't compare them to the numerous programs also taught in English. Okay, also taught in Russian rather. So actually, there are a lot of Russian programs, English programs here in Russia. You can study in English here as you want. There are many schools that offer English programs, but you cannot compare them to the Russian language programs, of course, because this is their country. Okay, so now before you become worried, let me explain it. It is not hard. Look, I know many people here in Russia that came in from Nigeria, Ghana, Ecuador, Egypt. In Ecuador, they speak Spanish. Sudan, Mexico, Morocco, etc., etc. And they study in Russian language, and they are doing very well. They study in Russian language, though it is not a must. But I'm just saying that you can also it's also something that you might want to try. So if you learn that language, it will help you to, even if you say you want to try, at least you know you've learned the language. At least you can use that one to try. So though I study medicine here in an English program or as an English program, but there are multiple of my friends that are still studying my same medicine that I'm studying at the same university as me, but just a different mode of language or different means language mode. I don't know how it is. And they are paying way, 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 way less than me. Like when I say way, 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 way less, I mean way, way, way less. I'm actually paying 270,000 rubles. They are paying 180,000 rubles because they just chose to study in the language, Russian language. And these guys are not even Russians. So now, did I say you should come here and study your course in Russian? Of course not. But if you are looking at your pocket and you are trying to save money, somebody was saying something. Somebody was like, Femi K, I see that people say they are making more. You go to Russia, they are working. They're able to get some jobs. They're able to settle in and all of that. That is, they are making the money. Some they are only little ways and all of that. The person was now telling me that then why can't they? I don't know how the person asked the question, but it was very funny. They should explore some options and all of that. I was like, bro, no amount of money you are going to receive in this world is going to be enough for you. Even Elon Musk, that is why Elon Musk is still working. Elon Musk would fold up his company today and still be a billionaire till the day he dies. But that is why the rich are still working. That is why Dangote is still hustling, because this money never reaches them. They want more. That is why they are there in the first place. That's why they have that amount of money in the first place. So if when you arrive in Russia, actually, you will be shocked at the amount of people studying their programs in Russian language. Not that there are no English programs, it's just because of the cost. It's actually very cheap to study in Russian as compared to English. That's the truth. So if somebody doing an engineering course in English is paying $1,500 to $1,800, the person doing that same course in Russian can be paying around $1,000 to $1,200. Can you see how cheap that is? Just like my own example. So it's your choice. You can choose to finish your language program and study your course in English just like me, or you can do it in Russian, like my friends. That is why it is important to come here first, study that language program, and in those months that you are studying, you'll be able to make a decision on how, depending on how the country is treating you. So if you feel like I love the language, I'm getting this language, it's something that I feel like I can grasp quickly, you can easily do what? Go and after your language, study in the Russian language. This it will even help you to save more money. But if you know that somebody like me, for example, that didn't really get the language, you can go and study anything in English. I'm just giving you guys choices, options that you can consider. Don't say Femi K said, and don't hold my words today. I am not giving anybody anything to hold on to. I'm just giving you based on my experience of 6+ years. This is what I am able to bring out. Next one. So another opportunity for that language is the networking and communication. So studying the language will actually help you to meet a lot of people with similar targets. You'll be able to find someone that you can practice the language together with, and even meet people from different parts of the world. So for example, in my language days, I met my roommate then, which is an Indian. Until today, we still have a very, very good relationship. He helps me from time to time, and we are very good. So we're actually good, even with my students that I have, because I have a lot of applicants from India that come here to study medicine. Some come here for the language program. This guy is the one that actually helped me with the money. When they pay money, I don't have any Indian account, so he helps me. He sends the money through Western Union. and I'm able to get it here. Yeah, money for the application and everything. So when I get it, I use it to facilitate the applications for those students. So imagine I don't have a friend in India. I would still get away, Abby, right? But I may not trust that way. In fact, I may not even get away. Who knows? So, and I met this guy in the language program. So it helps you to meet a lot of people. Also, the last one is documentation. So in Russia, you go through a lot of documentations and you will need to do a lot of documents. So having the language program certificate can easily help you to make your point. So for example, it's like some countries, when you apply to them for admission, they know you can speak English, but yet they will still ask you for a proof of English language certification, e.g. the TOEFL, IELTS, TESOL certification, and the likes. So it's the same here. Some companies may still ask you for the language document, even if you are speaking like a Russian man or a woman. It has happened to me before. I was trying to apply for a job sometimes back or some years back. I was speaking Russian, at least in the basic way, and they were still asking me for my Russian language certificate as at that time. All right. So there are many other benefits, but these are the most important. But when you find yourself in this program, please take it seriously. It will really help you a lot going forward. Russia is cool, but only for the serious and determined people. If you are not serious, you can try other countries, just not Russia. Okay. So when you find yourself in this program, please take it seriously. Study the program like you are studying for an exam. Okay. That's what I tell my applicants. When they come to Russia, I tell them, even Boma, that you that you are coming, uh, there's a David Akola Wole, Mr. Akola Wole, Mr. Doctor, all of you that are in Russia, please don't take that language for granted. Don't take it for granted. Okay. I see Boma, you are liking. Don't take it for granted. You're coming to my city, eh? If you come to my city, I will show you. I'll show you Pepe. If I don't see you in class, say, Bora, oh yeah, go and do this one. Go and learn. So everything will be fine. All right. So the next one is cost of living. So trust me, this one actually really differs per person. One thing about cost of living is that it is depending on your lifestyle. So, but the truth is that I have an app that can help us calculate what it looks like. With the cost of living here. So let's quickly go to the application together. Let me share my screen quickly. We're almost done with the meeting, so we'll be able to. Okay, good. So where is it? Perfect. So the name of the application is called numbio.com. So you can actually write it down and you can pick a city. So select a location. Let's say we are going to compare Lagos to Lagos is the happening city. Let's compare Lagos to Moscow or Lagos to my city here in Yekaterinburg, since I am in Yekaterinburg city. Oh, Yekaterinburg. So sorry, guys. Just trying to see. Wait. I think we didn't. Oh, yeah. Select city. Select location. Select city. Let's say Yekaterinburg. I don't know why it is not loading, but let's see what's up. Let me reload the page. Oh, they're telling me to sign in. Remove that. Yekaterinburg, Russia. Exactly. So that's what I was looking for. Good. So Yekaterinburg, Russia. Compare Yekaterinburg with another city. So let's compare Yekaterinburg with Lagos, Nigeria. Perfect. So why do they want me to free? But I beg. Yeah. Perfect. So now, if you guys see, you can also actually check this thing later. Look, cost of living in Yekaterinburg is 35.4% higher than in Lagos, excluding rent. Now, excluding rent. So they say cost of living, including rent in Yekaterinburg, is 6.7% higher than in Lagos. Rent prices in Yekaterinburg are lower than in Lagos. Restaurant prices are higher, and the groceries are higher. Lower purchasing are higher. So now, if you check all of these things, you can check here. You see the prices. So, for example, and all of these things that are higher, it's not like it's very, 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 very decent, because this is actually just a random average, just for you to see. Because trust me, even some of these things are not actually 100% true, but this is something you can still use to compare. Okay. So, sorry guys, I wanted to check. Rent per month. Okay, so for example, now you can see that this is the prices of rents per month. One bedroom outside the city, 31K to 35K, and all of that. And If you are going to be 3 bedroom, all these things are actually very overhyped. Because here, look now, in Nigeria, 209,000, in Yekaterinburg, 98K. And this thing is actually just an average because, of course, these things they differ. But what I can tell you is that I have lived in both cities. When I was in Nigeria, I lived in Lagos, I lived in Ondo State, and I can tell you very well that Yekaterinburg, at least you shall see the jobs at least you get a job and you can be able to pay for your expenses. So you are good to go. But in Lagos, there you can still be there and you don't see a job to do anything. So the prices are actually very cheap, actually. And I wanted to check something. Moscow, Moscow, Russia. So any city you check, basically Lagos, Abuja, you will see the prices there and all of that. So it's Abuja, which one is Iraq? So basically, they will just give you all of the prices, the average prices, like what it looks like. Okay, so you can have an outlook of what it looks like. But trust me, cost of living. Let us just Google together. Um, is cost of living in Russia? Oh, there's not even need for that. Let's go to this Ikut because Ikut actually spoke about it. Where is it? 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 Um, they spoke about it somewhere here. I forgot where they put it. I think they put it $100 to $300 as a student. Forgot. Let's check. Hmm. About the city campus and accommodation. Trying to see where. Uh-huh. So this one now they say study and work here. So coming guys, I want to find cost of living. I want to check for exactly something that's campus life, international admission, economic programs, campus life. Let's see. International. I saw it somewhere actually, but I don't know where it is anymore. Anyways, low cost of living. Exactly, it was here. Low cost of living, $200 to $300 per month. You can calculate that in naira, like, and this thing that they just put here is actually their own figures. $200 to $300 per month. For somebody like me, if I believe that if you can cook, if you are good at cooking, you will not even be spending this. All you need to spend money on is your groceries. So personally, I don't think that's a lot. That's a lot of money. That to spend on food, be to spend on your cost of living. But that cost of living, goes into a lot of things. But for me, I feel like somebody that can genuinely sort of like manage both your hostel or anything it is, and as you're working, of course, you'll be getting the money to pay for whatever you are getting. But I just feel like the cost of living is very, very low here. It's very, very low. Okay. So you can check Numbeo, you can check online, you can check about the prices of everything. I would also do a video on I actually have a video on the cost of living in Russia. So you can check it out on my YouTube. That's not a problem at all. So Russia, living in Russia, according to Numbeo, so they said living in Russia is actually really affordable. And now, like I said, it's dependent on your lifestyle. So you can survive on a very low amount of money daily. To be honest, me now, I buy this juice. The name of this juice is called V Fresh. Apelsin, 100% sock. If I buy it, I'm drinking my juice with my Pringles. I'm good. I can go later in the night. There's rice at home. We cook, we eat. We are good to go. I just feel like this is just an average. Okay. So Russia is very cheap. Let nobody scare you. Let nothing scare you. Russia is a very, very cheap country to live in. So next one is another very important one. So let's quickly talk about it. Jobs and skills to back them up. So this is actually the most important part of this presentation because for everybody studying abroad, you definitely want to work. Okay. So this is because you need to pay for a lot of things, your tuition fees, your accommodation, your transportation, for documentation and all of that, right? So actually it's normal. It's normal to be curious about what the job market in Russia looks like. This is where I know that a lot of people are going to be interested. Everybody are really like, okay, yes, let me listen. Femike, what does Femike have to say? Come and listen, please. Because anyways, so basically, I will explain the job market in a very simple way. So please be attentive, okay? Please be attentive, guys. Let me adjust my chair so that perfect. Please be attentive. Let me put it in an explanation way. Now, guys, the every day things are changing. And Russia keeps coming up with different laws to protect their country. So, but the truth is that as humans, we can only try to keep up with it and always adjust as they adjust, from time to time. So as they are adjusting, we too also try to adjust with it because that is what we do as humans. We try to adapt. Now, here's what you need to know about jobs in Russia. Here is what you need to know about jobs in Russia. This is a story, or this is from the experience of somebody that has been working and living here for 6 years now. Can you work in Russia as an international student? The answer is yes. Let nobody deceive you. Whatever it is, you can believe. But can you work here? The simple answer is what? Is yes. In fact, let's go online together and see what the State Duma has to say about it. Let's see what the law says about working here. Come in, guys. I'm going to show you guys. I want everything we are doing, let there be proof, right? So let's not look at Femike is just saying something because I check online. They said it's like this. They say my friend there said it's like this. Check what they have to say. International students official decree to work in Russia, State Duma. So okay, good. So this was the AI overview. They said the key Russian federal law, which is number 16 FZ of 2020, significantly eased work rules for full-time international students, allowing them to work without a permit or patent during their free time or vacations, even outside their university, by simply providing proof of enrollment. Now, this is what the Duma says. So this is the State Duma. You can see the Federal Assembly of the Russian Federation. New law to simplify procedure of employment for foreign students in Russia. This law is not even to just introduce. They are telling you that this law is to simplify the procedure of employment for foreign students in Russia, to simplify foreign students. Because this topic, a lot of people started to say a lot of things online. My uncle said, my friend that is there said, this is your friend that is there. Why is he not coming back to Nigeria or coming back to Ghana or coming back to Uganda or India? Discouraging you, you can get a job, but it's just that. This is I'm going to leave you guys to it. This is duma.gov.ru. The State Duma, the Federal Assembly of the Russian Federation, not a law to just introduce. Don't get it wrong. A new law to simplify procedure of employment, to make it simpler for foreign students in Russia to do what? To work. Let's get back to the video because we don't have much time. So stop letting people brainwash you and make you feel like you are less of a person, like you don't know what you are doing. Somebody reached out to me, Femike, I don't know, how is the work there? Hey, Nigeria is not easy, it's not easy. I'm just trying on my bed. I want to just gather all I have. I want to just gather money. I want to leave. But my friend, she said, I cannot do this. I cannot. I'm like, bro, this is the law. I just forwarded her the link. Now, in this law, you can work and you can pay your fees and live your life. I am doing the same. But there are some restrictions that I would like to let you know about in the new law that just came out. So please be attentive. Number one, some cities have very strict working rules. In some cities, you need to get like a work permit before working. In some cities, you need to get this work permit. And after you get this work permit, you start working. It is stricter. In some cities, not all the cities. Some cities have this thing. Number two, some cities have introduced new rules about jobs. So because of some Nigerians, emphasis on Nigerians, they went to overdo. And instead of attending classes, they don't care. They also stole from their employees. Some of them rape people. Some of them, they will go to construction sites and they'll constitute nuisances, stage different fights just to get one or two attention. I don't know what they are doing. And many more stupid acts. You know our Nigerian people. You know how they behave. If we see good thing, we won't spoil them. Until we spoil that thing before our mind comes down. Making them even bring out these new rules. But these rules still said that, so they actually introduced these new rules and they said work will be restricted. So now, so what are we doing? as an agency, what is Femike doing about these new rules? What is On Air Nigeria? What is our travel agency doing about this? Those of you that want to apply, what is our agency doing about this? Basically, what we are trying to do is not to apply to these regions until things there get better. But we don't predict these laws. We are not the one that predicts them. And all we can do is to apply for the students, and it comes in and find a better path. We apply for you. We don't predict the laws. Our own is to apply for you. You come into the country. You come and find your path. Our own is not to bring you to success or make you Aliko Dangote. Our own is to do what? To facilitate, at least to be the instrument that will help you to get that success. Not because we are the one that is the success. So if such rules are later introduced in your city in the future, the best thing to do is to transfer to another city or seek remote jobs. I'm not saying it will happen. It will not happen. But at this point, we are not the government. They can do whatever protects their country. They can do whatever. These new rules of them trying to restrict jobs in some cities, I'm not saying all the cities. These cities now, they're just 2 cities that I've heard about. If I just one, Saratov. The other one, their own is just stricter. Now you have to get work permits. That's all. But in Saratov, because of these issues, they had to stop it. And it's not like you cannot work there completely. Oh. They just made it tougher. You know, I'll get into it. So another thing is that some cities have more job opportunities than others. So in the case of Nigeria now, you cannot compare the job market in Lagos to the one in Taraba or the one in Abuja to the one in Kebbi. The city you are will decide a lot, but also at the same time, you can't be too sure of anything. If you say you want Novosibirsk or you want where I am now, Yekaterinburg, because your friend or because Femike is making wave there, because Femike is the happening guy there, you may go and meet something totally different. So you need to understand that no matter the city you find yourself, you need to make a research and connect with other international students there and ask how they are making the money that they have. Nobody knows everything. I did the same thing. When I came here, there was a guy. His name is what was the name of this guy? He actually went to another city. It was a long time ago. Kester told me, oh, this is what he does, and he's making the money. And I went there, I tried. I made money for myself. Though me, I didn't like the job. The job has to do with all this, you have to be on the office for a long time. Me, I don't like anything that takes my time for too long. I like hour jobs. So, but this one has specific timing. It was making money from there. It was working for him. So that is this. When you get here, we are smart now. Ask questions. Bro, how you did do? Waiting this up? What is going on? How are you making this money? I see that you are here. You've been here. Femike has been here for 6 years. What is he doing? How is he surviving? Why is he not coming back to Nigeria? Because so many people, they are quick to shout. Yeah, Russia. You see some old women. Yeah, Russia. Now only one this way. Yeah. They have never even been to Cotonou. They've never even been to Benin Republic. They've never even been to Libya. But they are judging what is happening in another man's land. Because one guy in your family went there. He has not come back home, but he's there telling, he's discouraging everybody. So for now, there are few cities with these restrictions, very few cities. And even for now, I just know one city, I already told you, Saratov. And we are trying all our best to not apply to this city until they lift the bans. We are trying all our best not apply there until they lift their bans. And when I say Saratov, there are still some part of Saratov so that they are not Saratov. Everything has their own different ways. So if in the future you later see anything, you know that at least it depends. Everything just all depends. We cannot decide everything. That's what I'm saying. So what we are doing is that maybe when they see a drop in the number of international students applying there, they will change their ways. Maybe. But I'm sure they are going to lift off these bans. I know they've done them before. There was a city that we are applying to then in Kaliningrad. They started with the ban. Later, they lifted the ban. When they saw that people were no longer coming to their city, they will lift the bans. But please, our Nigerian brothers and sisters, when you get into this country finally, don't misuse any opportunity that you are given. All the opportunities that you will be given a lot of opportunities. Don't misuse them. Don't let us use our Nigerian attitude. I'm mentioning Nigeria because even me, I'm a Nigerian. I know what we are capable of. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. FMK is talking only about Nigerians. Bros, we know what we can do. Let's not use our hypocrisy, our entitlement mentality, our victim mentality to destroy whatever we are given. Because we are enjoying this place. Me una no come spoil am. I know I know you guys that are here are very wise. I know that you guys, you're not those kind of people. But still, let us be very, very understanding. Next one is that now, sorry guys. So there are some things that I want you guys to note. In Russia, the job market is very huge, and our agency, which is on here, have brought in multiple of students. Okay, so we brought in multiple of students, and these students are all doing well in one way or the other. The condition is better here. For the jobs here, no regulations on amount of jobs. We've brought in people. They are doing well. Multiple students, they are here, they are doing okay. They have gotten one job or the other. But the truth is that the jobs here, there are no regulation on the amount of jobs you can get. And there's no hour limitation on the job in Russia. So you can do 4 or 5 jobs or 7 jobs or say 8 jobs. All you need to do is when you come in, be patient and look for these jobs. If you want to do 25 jobs, do it. So far as you have the time. There's no hour limitation that you can work. Some countries like Canada, they give you 20 hours per week or 24 hours. I don't know. USA, they give you 30 hours. I don't know how many hours they give. Russia, there's no hourly work. If you can work, you can work. If you cannot work, sit down at home and be lazy and wait for your mother that is waiting for you to also support them at home, or your dad or your uncle or your wife to be paying you, to be giving you money from Nigeria. It's all your choice. But if you know you're not a lazy person, you can come here, you can get a job. So the most common jobs here in Russia, they are numerous, actually. But these are the 10 common jobs here. Number one, we have the job of an English teacher, English tutor. Number two, delivery jobs. We also have Uber or driving jobs. We have receptionist jobs. We have KFC, Burger King jobs. We have ozone jobs. We have construction jobs. We have offloading jobs. We have modeling jobs. We have nanny jobs. There are many I can list, but these are the 10 major ones. All of these, if you do them well, it is enough to pay for your living here in Russia. But like I said, everyone have different working ethics. So don't be lazy. All of these jobs, they have the capacity to pay for your living here. So the requirements, so don't be lazy rather. So, and don't feel entitled to anything. Don't feel entitled to anything. You're not, this is not Nigeria. This is not India. This is not Ghana. Whatever you are given, whatever opportunity you are given, if you are given a job, do it to your best. That is what I do. Any job they give me here, I do it to. I will even let my employee, I'll be my employer, say, which kind of human being is this? So the requirements, all you need is, if you're a bachelor's student or you are coming for your bachelor's, you need your O-level results and your international passport. For masters, you need your transcripts, and your BSc is needed. Okay. So if you have HND, the admission seeking process is longer and most times very stressful. So BSc is better, higher chances. So if you have your HND, the admission seeking process is actually longer. So it's better you use your BSc to apply. You know, HND, even right now, I'm thinking we should just not take HNDs for now. We are thinking of not taking HNDs for now. But it doesn't still matter. It's just like it is too long. We used to find admission is not easy like you guys think it is. We have to find and find and find. Sometimes some people can come in a week. Some people we have to just keep looking and keep looking. Doesn't mean that we are not going to do. But the good thing there is that at least if you look, there is definitely one school that will open and take you. Russia does not discriminate, but it might just take time. But I know that everybody does not have they don't have that patience. But the truth is that you just have to be patient. That's the truth. Patience will help you a lot in this application. Patience and trust. So I could have come here and tell you, hey, don't worry, if you start your application, you get it in 1 week, then the next week you travel. That would be a lie. It's better for me to tell you the truth. I know that those people that we apply, at the end of the day, they will still apply because they go with its roots. And those that want to go with the lies, they go and look for another agent that will scam them and tell them that it is 1 week and it will take 1 or 10 years. All right. So if you have for your masters, you use your transcript, you use your international passport, and you use your O level. For PhD guys, you use your transcript, which is your BSc and MSc, your international passports, your O levels, and which is optional actually. It's optional. Even the MSc guys, your O level is actually optional. So now, next thing we're going to talk about is age limit in Russia. Age limit in Russia. So guys, Russia recently introduced age limits in the new law, and it favored some people and it did not favor some people. So, but for me, personally, as Femi K, I still think anyone can get admission, though there are some certain ages that if you fall in those ages, your admission might take longer to find. But we will try all our best. We will do everything in our power. We will try to help you. So the best thing, if you want to apply with our agency, is to send us your documents along with your age so that we can try. Okay? So I personally don't believe anyone is too old to be admitted. We have given admission to someone of 1977. We have the proof. We recently gave invitation to somebody of 1982. That's 43 years old. And she has a BSc. We even have older candidates, older clients. So we've had a case when two friends actually applied. One was 45 and the other was 47. The one of 45, he gave up quickly. But the 47-year-old guy waited. Finally, a university accepted him and gave him a contract. Then the other came and started begging. Please help me. I didn't know it's going to be this. It's going to be that one. I thought it's not going to come. So anyways, we will try to get you the admission. We will do everything in our power to help you, like I said. The most important thing is to send your documents and wait for the universities to respond. That is the most important thing. Okay? So the thing about, and the next thing I'm going to talk about is medicals. And make sure you understand that if you are HIV positive, you won't be allowed to come into Russia. So it's better to not apply at all. That is the only one that I know. If you are HIV positive, don't bother to come to Russia or to apply at all. They would not take you. They will not take you. So the next one is the Russian embassy. It's very important to know that the visa is strictly decided by the Russian embassy. There are no external factors and no connections. I think that there is even I used to think that there was actually some connections rather, but it happened there were not any. There's no connection in that embassy. There is no one guy knows one guy and all of that. So, but I think that is where we have an edge because Russia's visa is given by merit. You don't need to know one big commissioner or be connected to the president to get it. And that is our opportunity. It is given by merit. Russia's visa, as of the new present time, it is given by merit. Okay? So, but I also want you to know that getting the visa is also strictly based on you. When people ask me, Femike, how sure is my visa? I tell them, you that you're asking me this question, how sure is your visa? You that you're watching me right now, how sure is your visa? So there are some things to note. And if you do these things and you also pray, because God is very important, let us not lie to ourselves. You will definitely get the visa if you do these things and you pray. So you need to understand that you are very responsible for most of it. The visa is depending on you, which is the good part. At least you know that you can influence what you get to a certain level. It's not like you have to go and know somebody or you have to start just ordinary prayer. Prayer and also doing the right things. Okay? So number one, you need to be dressed properly for your interview. Number two, submit the right documents. Number three, already get an appointment while awaiting your invitation letter. That's what we are doing now. When you are getting your admission letter or your acceptance contract, you sign it, you pay your school fees. The next thing is what? You are already getting an appointment down for yourself so that when your invitation letter comes, you go immediately. Legalize the proper documents. And last one, follow the guidelines your university provides. If you follow all this properly, you are already 90% there, and the remaining 10% is for God to just perfect for you. So like I said, you need to be dressed properly. So look, for example, now, Russia's visa is actually one of the easiest to get, but also there are denials. There are denials. But with our studies, it's usually when one of the things above that I just mentioned is not done. So, for example, we recently had 30 students in the embassy. Recently, as of this month. 2 were denied out of these 30 people. The first girl made a mistake in the course of the study that she wanted to go and do. She made a mistake with the course of study. The second guy, what I heard was that they said he was looking very unkempt. They said he was looking like a bandit from Kaduna. That was what I heard from the people. Nobody, I'm not going to expose who told me, but they said that was how the vibe he was giving. So, do you expect the Russian embassy to give somebody that looks like a bandit from Kaduna visa? How are you going to blame the visa at the embassy for that again? So it is easy to get this visa. Dress properly. Submit your right document, the right ones. Don't go and be submitting a printout when you're supposed to be submitting original documents. Get an appointment where you are waiting for your invitation letter. Legalize the right documents and follow the guidelines that your university provide for you. With all of this, you are already 90% there, and the rest, God will follow you. God said, they said, heaven help those who do what? Who help themselves. So we also have some cases when things are different. Sometimes some people go to the embassy and they are not even asked any questions. Sometimes they can even ask you, what is 8 times 2? Or some mathematics question. A girl, for example, her name is Favor. She said, she told the embassy guy that they asked her, where are you going? She said, I'm going to Ikut. But basically, we applied for Voronezh, not Ikut. And they still gave her the visa. In fact, when she told me that thing, I was already blaming her that, why did you say that now? I told her that because I told her to work with the guy that is working with the visa and all of that. I even had to call the guy. Did you not explain things to her? I said, I explained everything to her. Is that our fault? No. Even she knew she fucked up. But they still gave her the visa. Can you see? So the embassy, they decide as they want. They can decide to decide whatever they want to decide. The embassy, leave them, let them decide. Our own is to make sure that we do everything they want according to their requirements, so that we have a clear mind. And most importantly, pray, because everyone have their different heads. What work for Mr. A, Mr. B can go there and face something even easy or easier or even tougher. The only way to know is to what? Is to try. All right? The only way to know is to what? Is to try. Now let's go to our admission process. So our admission process now, according to the new law, we are having a new admission process. Okay, it's still the same way, just with a little touches. So I'd like you all to know that we are not the university, we are not the Russian government. We don't decide anything. Because of how good Russia have become, a lot of people are coming here on a daily basis. So now there are even stricter rules. But the good news is that we've been in this game for more than 6 years now with a very solid reputation. We've been listed on newspapers, blogs, and we also have so many testimonials. All of these are visible online. You can check it out. Just type Femike or type On Air Travels. Punch newspaper have carried us. Guardian newspaper have carried us. Vanguard newspaper have carried us for the good things that we've been doing on admission for students, helping people relocate to greener pasture. We have also been spotted by an African blog, Business Africa, that gave us a feature on their stuff. All these, they came to meet us. We didn't go and meet anybody. So, glory be to God for this publication. If you guys are in Nigeria or you're in Africa, you know what a newspaper publication can mean for a brand. And we are happy that because of the good deeds we've been doing, they deemed it fit, because they asked most of our students, our applicants, these questions before they published it. They said, how have you benefited from this guy's agency? How have you benefited from the On-Air themselves? I am just the head of operations here. Tomorrow, anything can happen. They can sack me as the head of operations and bring in another guy. But On-Air Travels has been solid. And On-Air Travels reached here because of my, I don't want to be proud, Sha, but my work, because I try my best to do what? To evolutionize everything. All right? So we are very experienced, but still we serve as a bridge between you and the institution. If you are not comfortable with it, then you can use another agency. We don't mind. So here, what we do is we deal with trust. And even in the process, now we have a lawyer. And this lawyer will help us for the new people that have been going on. We've registered about 150 new admissions recently for the new guys that are coming on board. For the, they don't want to use the money to do dirty December. They started to pay. So, but now this is what for those of you that are here that you've joined our new process, that you've paid for it, you already know what I'm talking about. So now we have a lawyer, and this lawyer is going to help us to seal a contract so that no one breaches the contract. So if you feel like something is already going wrong, you can take legal actions. Okay? So we just want you to know that we want to make sure that you are 100% safe and comfortable with what you are putting your funds into. We also introduced the refund policy. If we can provide you anything worthwhile, we are also looking at a way to refund, according to our contract. So it will all depend on the contract that we have with you. If you are in the new, this is for the new guys that are coming on board, the new guys. Our already existing clients, we have something different with them. We have with them something we call the invite form, which is that one is with the school. It is the school that actually signs the invite form. It's the school that actually provides the invite form. It's the school that actually has the contract with the students. So if anything happens, the school is going to be held accountable. But now we also want to be held accountable. We don't just want it to be like, oh, it's just the school that everybody will be blaming. We also want you to blame us if something is going to happen. It's just a way for us to also make sure that you guys trust us. That is our own way of giving back. Okay. So we are doing this because of the bad experiences also that we got recently, and to protect ourselves, and most importantly, you guys, our clients. So when people see a contract, they become more relaxed because they have something they can hold on to and use against us if we breach it. At least we know everything is in writing between us now. There will be no longer any just school. School is just the one involved. No, we are going to have a writing with you so that you are safe, so that you know that as I'm coming here now, there's a contract. This is what my contract offers. I have read it, and this is what they say they will provide. This is what also I agreed to. If anything happens, it is like this. I will take my actions like this, so that you also are what? You are safe. If you know us over the years, we had a lawyer, or we have a lawyer that's been working with us, but we don't include them in our student dealings because we believe that the student is dealing with the school, not with us directly, but which is actually not totally true. So now we are making sure that we introduce these policies. So if you're applying with us, be calm and know that on here we always protect you no matter what. Our brand will always protect you. Now, issue of dependence. The simple answer in Russia the simple answer is that Russia does not offer dependent packages, but both of you can come individually. So Russia have changed their rules on dependents. If you want to come to Russia with your wife as dependent, it does not work anymore now. You come to Russia, your wife comes to Russia individually. There is no dependent. So if you're planning on dependent packages, I'm sorry to break that to you. So you come on your own, or you and your wife come on you guys' own, and come and explore Russia. Come and see the Russia for yourself, and come and try to, also get something better for yourself, because we all know that Africa right now, Nigeria especially, is not it. All right. So another thing is proof of funds is not necessary in Russia. You don't need proof of funds to apply to Russia. You don't need proof of funds at all. And is the Russian degree recognized? The answer is yes. I even have a video about this on YouTube. Like every country, you need to write a licensing exam. And there are many of our clients and many of my friends and even my seniors that are working in Nigeria with even in UK, in the USA, Canada, and they're working with their Russian degree certificates. But you have to write a licensing exam, just like any other country. Like if you study in Nigeria, for example, and you want to go and work in the UK or in America, for example, as a doctor, you have to write the USMLE exam. Okay, it's like a licensing qualification exam. Okay, because you didn't study in that country, so they have to show like a proof that you know what you are doing. So, and Russia is enough to prepare you for that. So even if you want to work in Canada, you want to work anywhere, you can work with a Russian degree. It's 100%. That's according to the new law. It's not an issue. Okay. We don't know about the future. I don't predict the future, guys. But it's for now 100%. You can work with your Russian degree worldwide. The weather. So Russia is actually cold, but Canada is colder. That is our slogan here, actually, though. So the cold here is very bearable. You need to wear a jacket and also get dressed properly at all times. The snow can be slippery, but with nice boots, you are good to go. For me, I feel like the cold is overhyped, though, because waiting with the cold safe. Like I'm in my room basically, Every room have their heater. You're warm. You go outside. You don't even spend up to 5 minutes maximum outside. You're walking to maybe go and get yourself food, or you are going to the grocery store for shopping, or you are going out with a friend. It doesn't really have to be so long, except if you definitely want to just go outside on your own and all of that. So another thing is the food. This one is actually easy. There's a lot of African cuisines here, or is it cuisine or cuisines here, right? And that should not be a problem. But the problem we have here is that I don't know if you guys know what dodo is. Dodo, like plantain. It actually was a problem, but now we found a way. And guess what our way is now? What we do is we fry bananas. Like, bro, if you see oh my God, we used to fry some banana. When you fry some bananas, you will just love it. Like, we do because Russia does not have plantain, so we buy banana, hard banana, we fry it. So also learn how to cook when you're coming. When I came, I was spending all my money on junks, but when Sakpa came, I learned different cooking styles on YouTube. Okay. So another thing I want to talk about is transportation. Here, there are like several means of going about the city. The buses here is actually 42 rubles per trip. We have the metro, which is also 42 rubles per trip. We have the trolley buses, which is also 42 rubles per trip, depending on your city. Taxis from 100 rubles upward, depending on where you are going and on the city. You won't find the 100 ruble taxi in Moscow or St. Petersburg, of course. So you can convert it to rubles. 1 ruble is 18 naira. Just imagine, it used to be 5 naira, like I said, but now 1 ruble is actually 18 naira. So you can convert these prices. Transportation in Russia basically is not a problem. Russia's transportation is one of the cheapest in the world. You can check it out. 42 rubles, imagine, for a trip is not really a problem. And I know that you guys are looking for Okada, but there's no Okada here, guys. We don't have Okada. So I'm sorry, guys. So finally, let's talk about. Okay, so this is the last part of the meeting before we call it a day. So, guys, this is very important. My advice to everyone that is coming here to study or that wants to come here to study. Number one, learn a vital skill before coming. Learn a vital skill before coming. Many people actually underestimate the power of having a skill. Whether offline or online skills, it is actually very vital. Learning a skill will save you a lot of drama. You can basically do a lot of things. You can use the skill to support yourself while working or while looking for a very good job. You can be working and be using the skill to support yourself. You can be looking for a better job and you are still using that skill to support yourself. I know many people here surviving on their skills alone and they are making millions monthly. I know this is not even something that you need to tell me. I can bring these people out and just say, bro, what are you doing? This is it. So there are a lot of evidences on this. Okay. So that's why I tell people, learn a skill. Even my students that are coming, I tell them, try to learn something. Just try to learn something. Don't take it for granted. Number one, you can sell food, that's cooking skills. You can cut hair, barbing skill. You can do nails, manicure skills. If you're a driver, driving skills. You can do makeup skills. You can teach people how to dance, dancing skills. If only you know how much dancers are making here. For real, big money. There's a guy online. His name is Uche Extreme. Let me look for the guy. Is my VPN on? In Russia, we have some issues where we have to like connect sometimes with. So, okay, Uche. So this guy, his name is Uche Extreme. Let me look for a dance of ease. Let me look for a very decent one. He's actually in Moscow and he teaches people how to dance. So this is one of his dance. Let me see if this is one of their dance here. This is the guy with the girl dancing. That's the guy. So he dances and he's Uche no be small boy. They are making money, like they are making good money for themselves. So if you are a dancer, you know how to dance. Your own is break dancing. You can come here and come and teach people how to dance. Forget about it. They will see me. They will not be laughing at me. Okay, let them laugh now. But you are making your money. As you are doing your small job by the side, or you are doing your job, your normal job. You are also doing what? You are also doing your skills. Okay. So and fitness. If you like fitness, you can become a fitness trainer. If you like taking pictures, you can become a photographer. If you like fitness, you can become a fitness trainer. You can be sewing clothes. Many things. I can keep going. I can keep mentioning them. Also, there are online skills. There's digital marketing, there's video editing, there's copywriting, there's proofreading, there's data analysis, there's freelance writing. You can even use AI. I did this one actually in my first year of medical school, and it actually helped me pay my school fees too. This freelance writing. If you know me very well, from 2020, I have a course on freelance writing self. So I even have in my write-ups online. If you still go online, go to social. Let me show you guys. So it doesn't just look like Femike is just talking. I hate when people don't see something to prove me on. I like everything there's proof. Where is it? I think Femike, Femike, social. Is it social? Is it social? A side also something. Side also. I wrote a write-up for the guy. Side also something. Side also nation. Exactly. Side also nation. So can you see the 19 best side also for doctors, physicians, side gigs that make real money? This website is one of the biggest side also websites like in the world. You can check them out. It's not something. Look, this was me. It was me that wrote all of these things. I've been hustling since when? Now come and look at it. They said, where is it? Big thanks to Femike for helping draft this post. Femike is a medical student, professional copywriter, and a business blogger who offers copywriting, blog tutorials, and consulting services. If you know how much I made from this post. So just don't limit yourself. Like, I don't even know how to talk about autistic. I'm just like, bro, the opportunity is there. They are there. So you can do a lot of things. You can do UI, UX, designing, many. I can keep going. I can mention thousands of these skills that you can do. So, and after that, you can search for jobs on hh.ru, superjobs.ru, and many more. So while you start your process or while waiting, you can be learning valuable skills. So when you start your process with us, you can be learning, while you are waiting actually, you can be learning skills, okay? One thing I want you guys to know is that positivity is actually key, and your experience will be different from others. Please be positive. Your experience will be different from others. That's another important thing I want you guys to note. Okay? Understand that positivity is actually key. Your experience might be different, or it will definitely be different from another person. Your own might take longer, your own might take shorter, your own might be immediately. Another person, it just everything is just positivity, okay? Also, don't let anyone discourage you. Ask them why they are not coming back to Nigeria. Somebody is trying to discourage you, trying to make you feel like, oh, guy, why are you going there? Why are you doing this? Why are you coming here? There's no need to come here. Tell him, why are you there? Why are you in Russia? Why are you not coming back home, bro? Why are you not coming home? Come home now. Come to Nigeria. Come and visit us. Yeah. Okay. Another thing is, don't feel entitled to anything. This Russia is not owned by our mother or our father, right? It's not owned by our family members, okay? So don't feel entitled to anything. When you get your job, work and be okay. The salary they pay you, if you know that the salary is actually enough for you, use it to do whatever. But for me, I don't believe that one job can give you all the things you need. Me, I believe in multiple jobs. I used to tell people when they come here, don't come and put your mind that you want to do one job to survive. You have to do multiple. Me, as you're looking at me, I work as a customer sales representative for an art company. I've spoken about this before. I work as a nurse, an assistant nurse, because I'm still doing my medical degree. I work here as a English tutor. I work as an English tutor. And that's 3 jobs. I can still mention like 2 other ones that I still do in my free time. This is how I survive. Many times you see, you call Femike says at work. I'm working. I'm trying to work. I'm trying to better my life. You know, Dangote, they say Dangote still they find money. It's the truth. We are looking for money so that we too we can do what? This whole school fees we are paying. We have apartments. My apartment now, if I tell you the cost, you open your mouth. We are using something to pay for it. It's not a dance. I'm not dancing to pay. I'm not working. I am paying with money. So we work hard a lot. I just believe that in Russia, if you're not lazy, you will make it. And if you don't feel entitled, if you don't feel like, oh, they must, because this thing is my own, no. This as if your dad or your mom told you when you were born that Russia is in your hands, my son. You are the king of Russia. Nothing like that. So whatever they give you, do your best. If it is nanny job you see, take care of the child with all of your heart. If it is English job, be the best at it. Make sure that if it's a toddler, if it's an adult, whatever it is, try your best. The thing is, Do well. That is one thing I love about our Nigerian people too. I've been insulting you guys since. I love Nigerians. When they do work, they do it well. Even the Ghanaians too. I noticed that about them. So, um, so there's actually no time frame for anything. I've seen somebody that come in today and he get a job the next day. And I've seen somebody that just need to search for longer, just takes more time for him. Some people can come and today they already got a job. Tomorrow, another person can come and it just, it takes a bit of time to get that thing. But another thing is that you will always get something here. You will always get something to do. 100%. How many people have you ever seen go online and go and complain, hey, Russia is bad? You see a lot of people on the Insta blog, America, don't come, oh. London, don't come, oh. There are a lot of this, we are sleeping under the bridge. How many people have you ever seen in Russia? This Russia is, no, you will always get something to do here. That's the truth, 100%, by God's grace. But at the same time, don't feel entitled. Don't let it be like, oh, it's my father's house. If they give you something, do it with your whole heart, make the money you want to make, and move to the next level. So if one city does not favor you, immediately you are done with your language program. You can transfer to another city. That is one thing that many people don't know. I've seen somebody that was actually in Moscow for 4 years, and he was not really making any ends meet in Moscow. Later, he moved to another city, which is Perm. The name of the city is Perm. And he told me that that was the best decision of his life. He got a good job, he married a beautiful lady, and is married with kids now, sef. And he's doing very well for himself in that city, Perm. Why some people in their head, they're already thinking, oh, Moscow is where the happening thing is now. Of course, I have to go to Moscow. So he's making it in Perm. Another thing is that no one is promising you Elon Musk or Bill Gates status here. Even me, I'm not a billionaire, but I'm not actually lacking anything. I'm paying my school fees, I'm living comfortably, and I'm contented with what I have here. I am working for it. The truth is that in Russia, at least there are jobs. At least you see something to do. So don't be deceived. I'm not saying you cannot dream, or you can dream. But if that was easy, everybody would be a billionaire. So you can't compare the job market here to the one in Nigeria or other parts of Africa. You can't compare it. The job market here is way better. It's very active, and there are different um, opportunities every day. And another thing is that some people are actually lazy and they don't even know it. They are very lazy, but they don't know. And another thing I want you guys to know is that try to create a job for yourself when you get here. Only you can make yourself successful. Now, look, we have some people that they come here now, and as they are doing their jobs, which is the normal job of the maybe they are teaching English or they are working as a delivery guy, they are delivering stuff. They are making their money, they are paying their school fees. But at the end of the day, they are doing one other scheme, maybe they are barbing. My baba, my baba is any money, is any big money, bro, to barb my hair. I barb my hair 2 times in a month. If I have modeling stuffs, I can barb like 4 times in a month if I have any modeling deal. But not every time. It's not every time I have modeling deals. So 2 times in a week normally. And I will pay this guy. I'm paying him big money. And I'm not the only one barbing with him. He's a guy from Zambia. So, for example, you can be cleaning shoes. In Russia, their shoes are always dirty. You can take it, you can be cleaning it. I've spoken about all of these things before. You can be running errands. You can be doing assignments for people. You can be modeling. You can be doing cleaning services. You can be buying cheap things on Chinese apps and reselling them on Avito. This is Avito that I showed you guys earlier. I even did it. I help people. Also, you can be helping people to land remote jobs on HH.True. This one is very, very even easy because I have a friend that does this and it takes some percentage of the cut he gets from the press. Like if he helps you to find a job on HH.True, we take some percentage of the cuts that you get in the first month. He will take maybe 50%, anything that you guys agree on. He used to help people to find jobs. And all of this does not require anybody to employ you. So there are no regulations, there are no taxes, and the capital to start is very low. So stop thinking inside the box, guys. Learn a skill. Learn something very valuable. Your skill will always give you something to eat because you are in an active work market. If it's makeup, you can learn it. If it's driving, you can learn how to drive. If it is cooking, you can learn how to cook good food, delicious food, intercontinental dishes that everybody can eat. Learn something. Don't be useless. And while you are learning your thing, as you get a job here, you can still be working. That's what I do. Basically, I have a skill. As you're looking at me, guys, I'm a freelance writer. I used to write for people. That's something you guys don't know. I write.
In my free time, I write. That's one of the two jobs I wanted to mention. I write. I write for companies as a ghostwriter. I write for them. They pay me. I got this job online. $100, $200. It's something. I'm not saying that you should come here and come and be writing too. I'm saying that everybody have different parts. But the important thing is that if you're coming to Russia, don't come here having mindset of, I will not come. Femike will not come and be guiding me and be protecting me like my Lord and my personal savior. When you get here, find your own way, find your path. Don't be entitled to anything. And when you get the jobs, don't be lazy. And as you're doing the job, create a job for yourself. You are in an active market. No regulations, no capital to start. Is it to clean shoe that you need money to start? Go to the streets. Tell them, bros, your shoe is dirty. I actually have a cleaning service at home in my hostel. If you don't mind, you can give me your shoes. They will give you. Their shoes are dirty here because of the winter. It's the truth, it's the fact. If my Russian neighbor is hearing me, he should come and slap me. So if I start that business, I'll be a billionaire. I'm telling you fact, because they are dirty. You'll just be collecting shoes, you'll be cleaning. You don't need 5 naira to start this game. All you need to do, spend money on the soap and clothes. You can even use washing machine to do these things. There's a setting on the washing machine that if you press it, it will wash a shoe for you, spin it, dry it. All the stress that they don't want to go through, you do it for them, and they will pay you. If you want to still learn more about that, then you have to join our more videos, because I cannot say everything here. Of course, this is just a video for you, that people that want to start the process to have an outlook of whatever it is. But there are opportunities. The good thing about Russia is that it offers you the opportunities. It offers you the opportunities that you may not get wherever you are right now. So that's why I said learn the language in a minimal way so that you can make decent money. And the environment here is very favorable. You can't compare it to Nigeria. I'm speaking specifically on Nigeria because I'm from Nigeria, so I know better. I never lived in Ghana. I never lived in any other country. I lived in only Nigeria. So stable electricity is here. Internet is here. Easy to rent materials. You can get things on loan and pay in your convenience. Many opportunities. If you're a photographer and you are thinking, I don't have camera, you can get money, go and rent a camera. When they pay the money that they used to pay, you pay them 50%, maybe it's 50%. You pay the rental department. You take the main 50% to your pocket. Please, how much have you spent in this? Okay, maybe you take a bus to the place, 42 rubles. Let us be wise. This is 2025 and we're going to 2026. I'm not even saying this in a bad way. I'm just saying that everybody, let us just be wiser. Even me myself, I'm trying to be wiser. That's why we are getting more comfortable, because we are getting wiser, so that we don't get left behind. If you are thinking you are coming here, you just come and be working, just come and be paying your school fees, you just come and be sending money home, anything that comes your way, you can still explore more things. The opportunity is there. This is an active job market. It will be a crime if you don't explore these things. Also, the truth is that many of us are talented, but the environment limitations came through. The only way to get or to bring those skills to life is to change your environment. Go to somewhere that those skills you have will be appreciated. Go to somewhere you are needed in their job market. In the end, it's your choice to decide whether or not Russia is the place for you. All right? So, Russia offers you an easy path to residence permits, which is the truth. Russia is one of the fastest places to get your temporary and permanent residence right now. You can fact check this as you like. And if you know better, you would know that residence permit is very, very important. It helps you to live conveniently in a country. Many countries are known for how hard it is to get their residence permits, but it's very different in Russia. It's easy here, and I myself have a residence permit. I can show it to you guys. I have a video on YouTube. You can check it out. Femike, check Femike on YouTube. Type Femike residence permit. You see my residence permit there. I posted the video how I got it, the process and everything. It was very easy for me. So for those that we end up applying to study here, I want to immediately get their residence permit, I will send the agency to contact, and they will help you with all the information you need. So there's an agency that helped me with my own too, so I can give it to you so that you do it. So now, let us wrap up. Important things to note as we end the presentation. Every information changes, corrections, etc. brought during the process. So every information, changes, correction, whatever they bring during the process, our process with you, is by the Russian government and not by us. We don't facilitate anything. We only stand as the bridge between you and your respective institution. We help you to make everything easier and faster as much as we can. Our agency on here, we are like an errand agency. We bring the information from the school to you. Everything is their decision. We are just going to try all our best to do what? To make sure that everything goes well. That is our own work. We are like your errand boys. We do the dirty work for you. So, number two, another important thing you need to learn. There's a very detailed video you need to watch immediately after your process kickstarts. Make sure you watch that video without skipping. So immediately you start your process, we are going to send you a video for the newbies that are applying now. Make sure you watch that video. Even this video I'm speaking about, for those of you that are going to watching it again, don't skip any part of it. Go and watch the video from the beginning to the end. This video has the capacity, like I said, to change your life. These videos will help you when you are moving to Russia. So recently, someone called me the god of Russian admission. Recently, somebody called me the god of Russian admission. Guys, I am not God. I don't know everything. Even I myself, I'm still learning. And I'm just a citizen of Nigeria that was opportune to move here to study and change my environment and my life around. And I would not lie to you guys, I never regretted moving to Russia. I love Russia. In fact, I'm a Russian citizen, self, because the opportunity is just too much for me. Russia changed my entire life. And it has been changing the life of the people around me. All you need to do is approach it with what? With sense. Let us not be entitled. Let us not come with victim mentality. So please understand that I can only help you according to what my capacity is and what it lets me. Don't FMK. I started my application, but the school now said this one, that one. Now this one, the school is saying that instead of me to pay 30%, I need to pay 40%. And this was, I will tell you, I understand you. I swear to God, but this is their decision. It is now left to you to accept or not. But at the end of the day, I know for real that their decision is to favor you, because the embassy might have just released a rule that everybody from this district 40% is what we are requiring. And you don't know. You are looking at paying 30%. If you pay that 30% now and you go to the embassy and they deny you, have you not just wasted all your time? So I am not the god of admission. Please, my capacity can also be limited at times. What I do is that with my experience, I will help you with all of my power. My agency will help you. We have gotten new assistants. We have Tayo on board. We have Bukola on board. We have a new person on board that will be facilitating. Here also we have Easy on board. We have AY on board in Russia here. We have Debbie on board. We have Ayo Adi on board rather. I spoke on by AY. So we have like a team of almost 10 people that is going to be working with each individuals now. So everybody will be assigned somebody that will work with them. Okay. So the last, but not the least also, there are still some other things to mention here. Learn to do your research before coming to Russia. Do your research. Ask important questions. Join our clarity sessions. There will be clarity sessions on Thursdays and Sundays. Ask your questions. Please don't forget to always ask your questions. Okay. And also, the other thing is not the last thing. I actually thought it was the last because I already put it at the end, but we're almost done. I think we have 1, 2, 3, just 3 more points. So another thing I want you guys to know is about the war. So for those of you, if you are still thinking about the war in 2025, I don't know what to say, because the war is actually a border fight and it doesn't concern us. So let me explain what the war is. So basically, Russia is like a big brother to Ukraine. So it's like me and my big brother now, we are engaged in some argument. Basically, Russia is telling Ukraine that, see, we don't want you to join NATO. NATO is like the enemy of Russia. We don't want you to join them because if you join NATO, look, we are sharing borders. Our resources are overlapping in terms of like, look, Russia's border and Ukraine borders are very close to each other. You get? It's like Cotonou, which is Benin Republic, and Nigeria. They have close borders. So if NATO should have access to you, you join them, they will easily, people can travel to Ukraine easily. So it's like you are bringing our enemy to our doorstep, to our borders. So don't join them. This was our agreement that we're going to protect you, but you will not join them. Ukraine say, no, bros, this is already 2020 something. We are not interested. That was what caused it. And all of these things that have been happening is a border thing. I don't even think anybody is still bothering about war in 2025. This was a 2023, 2022 thing topic, but I still owe you guys to talk about it. You don't have to be bothered about anything. There's no war here, and it does not concern us. So many people are still, because of that, they are trying to, they will stay back and all of that. But go and check the embassy. Go and see how many people are going to Russia every day. Even you go open your mouth. Even me, I've been here for 6 years, and I'm telling you that there's nothing like, it does not disturb, it does not even touch you. There's no issue with you. It is at the border. They are fighting for their borders. Let them fight for their borders. That one does not concern us. We don't have any issues based on that. But what I can say is that, to be honest with you guys, because of that issue, so many parts of the world, like some people decided to withdraw their applications. Like there's some applications that you need to like use some specific VPNs to access them. Just like China. In China now, if you want to do TikTok, you have to use VPN and all of that. But it's not this. See, I'm talking to you guys now. I'm also, look, I showed you guys somebody on WhatsApp, Uche, the dancer. I'm on WhatsApp. I post on WhatsApp daily. I post on TikTok. I post on YouTube. We are good. It's just that because of those restrictions, because of the fact that they have the border things, like they feel like Russia is bullying Ukraine. But bro, who wants to fight with Russia in this world? Like people are saying, hey, they will come and will see. Do you know who Russia is? Go and Google the most powerful person in the world. That's their president, Vladimir Putin. The guy does not play. That guy is my. I salute him. I used to call him my president. It's not a joke. It's not a joke of a president. It's not those president that I don't want to mention names. That they tell you that it is their turn to rule. It's not those kind of president. Oh. This one, they are feared by the world. Like, okay, they are saying they want to bring somebody to come and attack Russia. Attack how? Attack what? Do you want to lose your life? Is it Nigeria that want to attack us? So that one does not concern you. There's nothing like the war. I just said I should just touch about it. Because some people are still asking sometimes, oh, which one? War? I'm like, war, which war? I beg, forget that one. There's nothing like that. It's just a border thing. It's like they are fighting for their borders. And it's very, if it is me too, I'll fight for my border. Because if my enemy is already at my nose, that's you already brought the enemy to my doorstep. It's easy for them to invade me now. So of course I have to make sure that I show you that I can't allow this. So if you're going to join them, be ready to face the wrath of your decision. You can't treat me like a kid. So I'm sure you already know that the reason why people are still jackpotting to Russia 100%. So in 2023, I knew that a lot of people did not jackpot because of that. They were scared and all of that. Bros, the people that jackpot in that 2023, they were just entering Russia easily. Like, pa, 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 pa. They were just packing. There were no denials in the embassy for almost a year. I'm telling you fact. They were just giving people visa anyhow. Until people now open their eyes in 2024. When they open their eyes, people are already gone. So the world, there's nothing like that. There's not, it does not concern you. That's what I would say. I've told you guys it's the truth 100%. And I'm living here. There's no, hey, oh yeah. The enemies are attacking. Hold your head. I've not said that since or anything. Everything is fine. You can also Google about it if you still have some concerns and all of that. So that is for you. So that war, I just said I should talk about it. But because there's still some few people that are still talking about it, but there's nothing like that. Now, the best time to apply is now. These rules that they are bringing, they keep changing every day. So it's better to quickly do what you want to do. I used to tell people that, see, if you have applied in 2023, you would have been in Russia. If you had applied in 2024, you would have been in Russia. This is 2025. Don't let it finish before you apply. Quickly, there's no time. All right? Also, don't forget God in your process. What works for Mr. A might be a little different from Mr. B. But the most important part is to always be prayerful and be patient. All right? Because as you are praying, God listens to you or is listening to you. Also, don't go and rob a bank to apply to Russia. Don't go and empty your bank account to apply to Russia. Don't rob a bank. Don't go and collect lapu. Okay? Be careful. Approach it with patience, and the Lord will do what? The Lord will support you, and on here will always support you. Don't rob a bank because you want to travel abroad. It is worth it. I will not lie. If I'm to rob a bank tomorrow, because if somebody asked me that if I'm to start all over again, maybe I find myself in Nigeria and I will do unspeakable things to travel abroad, to travel to this Russia. I don't even want to lose this opportunity. Recently in church, they asked us a question. They said, what is one opportunity you don't want to lose? I said, the opportunity of being in Russia. I said it in church. Because, bro, Russia, God bless you guys. Very standard country. Very, very standard country. This one is not, many opportunities for you. As a hustling youth, that Nigeria has deprived me of so many opportunities. Coming here, standing on my feet again was really easy for me. And I know that very soon, that will be your story. I know that you also come here You that you've been insulted by your family. You that the world have looked at you like there's nothing that will come out of you. You that you already even have something you are doing, but you still want better. You want to times two, you want to times three or times four. You that whatever you have been going through or you are passing through, you that your family has already raised you or they've erased you from the family record. You that nobody's even expecting anything from you anymore. You that you've been scammed by many agents, multiple agents over and over again. You that you that you have been deported from one country, you that you want to try to start your life again, you that you just got married, your wife is asking you, okay, now we're in a rented apartment. I don't want any, I don't want to hear anything. You said that it will be better days ahead, and you feel like you want to explore a better path, maybe for you and your wife, instead of investing in the wrong things. I'm not here as a financial advisor or anything, but I'll just let you know that Russia has worked for me and multiple people. That's the truth. It has worked for us. We are working here. We are doing well. We go to school. Like I said, we are not Elon Musk yet. We've not reached that status. Though we have big boys in Moscow that they have big money. I can tell you that in Moscow, there are boys that are richer than that Dangote in Nigeria. See, we think I'm over exaggerating. Boys are rich in that Moscow because they are doing like lots of businesses. I don't know what they are into. But for me, I am comfortable with paying my school fees, sending my people at home small, money for little investment that I'm doing there. Actually, as you're looking at me, I have a lot of investment in Nigeria. I have my house in Nigeria. I'm comfortable. I have my house there. I have my car there that I don't use. You know, I have my properties there. I don't like to mention what God has done for me through Russia, but all I can say is, God, I give you the glory and I give you the thanks because it was it was a struggle. I was written off from the family history. Like nobody was expecting anything from me that I'll bring any good thing back one day, and the Lord did it. And I'm not telling you that you have to choose what I choose or the path I chose. But if everything I've said resonates with you, of course, if you notice, there are some part where I was not able to really fully explain, which of course, when you are starting your process, you can ask those questions to get a clearer clarity. And you can also join our clarity sessions because I'll be explaining more there. But you would see that the overlook of everything, it just brings us to one thing, which is Russia is hot. Russia is nice. Like it's the hot not when I speak about hot, I'm not talking about temperature. I'm talking about it's making sense. That's why a lot of people are applying right now. And don't miss this opportunity. Don't miss this opportunity. It has been a blessing to be here. And this is just my own advice. It's all dependent on if you want to take it, take it. If you don't want to take it, it's fine. Don't miss the opportunity. So that is that about that. So now, guys, please, I want to take questions from people that are newbies, just the new ones. I'm going to be having another meeting on Thursday, so it's going to be for our existing clients. It's going to be for our existing clients. So for the newbies, please, can I get like 2 to 3 questions from the newbies, the new guys, please, because this video we are going to be posting it, so it should be questions for the newbies. Our existing clients that are here, you can reach out to me personally or my assistant. We're going to answer you. So for the newbies, if you have a question, please can you raise your hand so that we can take your question. All right. So we have Mr. Sunday Obudu. Mr. Sunday Obudu, can you please drop a reaction so that we see you? Mr. Sunday Obudu suddenly is no longer there. So is there any question, guys? Is there any question, please? If you are a new student and you have question, please can you ask your question now, please? Because if you don't ask, I will assume that everything is understood and everything is fine. Is there any question, guys? Is everything understood? If everything is understood, guys, please drop some reactions. I'm looking at all the reactions, Sha, so that when you come and ask me questions later, I'll tell you that you said everything you already understood everything. All right. Oh, I think I see Mr. Sunday Obudu again and Ejembi John. So let's take Mr. Sunday Obudu, or is it Obudu? Obudu. Sorry for if I misunderstood the name or something. Mr. Sunday Obudu, can you please speak?
Hello, Femi. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Oh, how you doing?
I'm very well, sir. And you, sir?
I'm okay. It's finally good to connect with you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yes, please. It's not like I have much of a question. I just need to tell you that I think you would have to talk to maybe your staffs. I don't know if you call them staffs or something, so they can actually respond. I've been trying to reach out to you guys since last month. I sent all the whole applications I need to send. So I just need to know what's really going on. If you guys are not taking applications now, or maybe there's a pause or something, because I've done my research, I've watched the videos, I've done like, I'm just waiting to say, okay, what's up? Send your documents. I've sent, like, I filled the forms you guys want me to fill. I've done everything. So not getting a response is what I didn't even understand. And I also contacted you personally. You asked me to
Yeah.
contact your staff or something. I've been trying to
Yeah.
reach out to Bukola too. There's no be response. I've been saying good morning. I've been saying hi. So I don't know what I would say. I don't want to say it's a problem, but I just need to know
Yeah.
what's really going on.
Mr. Sunday, like, were you in the meeting from the beginning to the end, though?
Yes, but I was off and on. No network was cutting off, so I
Yeah.
don't know the parts you. Yeah.
But did you feel like the meeting actually was better than the first one that you watched? Like the first video, the one that you watched firstly. What do you think that there's more improvement?
Yes, there is, because the improvement is where you have this new what do you call the regulations, and you're saying, okay, these are the improvements. It's like an update of the last one. So I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying. I'm like, I've been following up. So mine is just like, I just need to know what's up. Like
All
2025
right.
will finish, or IDB say,
I feel
I
you.
know
I know.
wetin dey
I
happen. IDB.
I know.
You know,
The thing is, I'm so sorry. I will apologize for that actually because I told my assistants to undo the documents for now, and I also told them that they should wait for a while so that we clear some of the admissions on our hands for now. So,
hmm.
but now from today we are taking again. We've started taking. Though we had a rush in application. I told you we had almost 100 people that applied. So it was too much placing them around and all of that. Even I myself have been traveling on and off. But I see your desperation. Not okay, not desperation.
It's not the spirit. Like, I just need to get started. You know,
English
as
wants
they
to
be
just
now.
English wants to just spoil my life. But I think I see your dedication. That's what I wanted.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see your dedication, and because of that, I would mark your name. What will happen is reach out to my assistant, Bukola. She's also listening to us right now. She would
Okay.
answer you immediately. She will send you whatever you need to do so that you start your process immediately.
Confirm. That's putting a smile on my face right now.
All right, sir.
Make,
Thank
make
you.
me sure I can enjoy the corona they enjoy.
There is no problem.
Oh, yeah, now. Yeah, thank you
Thank
very
you,
much. That'll be
boss.
all. Thank
All right.
you.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
So, is there any other question from anybody else? I saw a JMB something, a JMB John or something. A JMB, what's up? All right. If there are no questions, then I think Mr. JMB wanted to ask the same question because I see that he's in this meeting, but he did not. He lowered his hand. So, if there are no questions, I would like to say, guys, the application is already ongoing again. So you can come to us. This video will be available online on YouTube now. This will be the new video that people will be watching to see how the process, to see what's up, because this is a new video. Okay, I will still make more videos, but for now, let this be. So thank you so much for always being in our meeting. Lord, we thank you for this meeting. We appreciate you, Lord, because this meeting is a success, and we pray, Lord, that everybody here, you bless them financially, and you help them to make the right decisions. Thank you, Lord. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen. So all right, thank you so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you guys in the next one. If you want to start your application, reach out to my assistant. And if you want to start the application, reach out to Bukola. Bukola would help you. She'll come to the group now, and she'll drop a message. So for those people that want to reach out for the application to begin, they should reach out to that number in the groups. If you're not in the group, reach out to my assistant or the assistant that connects you or connected you. They will add you to the groups. So thank you always for sticking around. It's always a pleasure having you guys around. And as we always say in these meetings, what do we say, guys? Das vidania, guys. Paka paka, guys, which means bye bye, guys. See you guys in the next one. All right.